All right, good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Market Prep. I hope you are having an amazing morning. Hopefully, you guys had an incredible day yesterday to start off this week. Peter, how you doing today, my friend?
Hey, I'm feeling much more relaxed now that you're back, Carlos. It's going better.
Good, man.
We're just talking about. Sorry, we're late, everybody. We're trying to undo how we set me up because I seem to be logging in as Carlos. You got like double Carlos today, apparently.
Yeah, it's weird, man. Trying to get it back to where it was now, the system. So even my screens, Peter, my screens are all over the place. But it takes 2-3 days. We'll get it back all together here. All right, friends, quick look at our gap risk list this morning, see what's going on there. And we're swinging the other way today. So a lot of stuff on the green this morning. Not as much as we had on the red yesterday. But you can see here the overall market feeling a little bit greenish this morning. Got some good names in here. Google. You mentioned, Peter, obviously I haven't been around, but you mentioned that Google has been trading somewhat decent. Do I recall that correctly yesterday?
Yeah, it's been worth watching. Even yesterday, it had some decent movement. So I've liked it more. I can't say that I've traded it, but it's been more interesting than usual for me.
Have also Apple's on here, and some other ones we will get into. Open, I remember this name. Was hot for a bit. Looks like to be having some action this morning. Then gapping down, just 3. I know DLTR. I don't know all these U's. I know these WVE. I'm not sure what these are, but we'll take a look, see what's driving those this morning. Peter, what is our U.S. economic calendar for today? What's the latest and greatest?
Yeah, well, look, relatively light. The job openings is always one that gets some attention. So at 10 a.m., we do have the so-called JOLTS job openings. Actually, it's expected to be fairly average. Nothing super special about the number, assuming it comes out on target. As always with these types of things, if it comes out way off the expected number, we could see market reaction. Otherwise, should be fairly non-eventful. Factory orders expected to come out, seeing contraction. This is, again, a lower number than previously. Like the previous number was negative 4.8%. So the negative 1.3, again, assuming it comes out at that target, should not move the market all that much. We do have a Fed member speaking. Kashkari is speaking at 1:30. 2 o'clock, once again, in the afternoon might be the interesting session. The Fed Beige Book comes out. Again, comes out as produced by one of the Fed locations every something like 8 or 9 times a year. It shouldn't be that significant, but you never know how the market sometimes interprets these things. So at 2 a.m. when that's released, the computers go into their automatic reading mode, and some automated trades will occur. So we might see the market blip. Usually what it does is it jumps one way or the other and then regains or sort of goes back to where it started from. So if you see that happen, if you're in a trade at 2 o'clock, be aware that could happen. So overall, relatively quiet day here. We'll see if the job openings at 10 brings us anything. I'll let you know about that number when it happens. Yeah, yesterday we had the president speak. So President Trump spoke. He showed up late, a lot later than anticipated. It was closer to 3 than it was till 2 when that started. Talked for a while about the relocation of Space Force to Alabama. And the market, surprisingly, didn't really do much. I thought we'd see more of a reaction. We really didn't get one, frankly. It didn't, really have that significant of an impact from my point of view. So, yeah, it's was a little disappointing. I wanted a big bang. I wanted something exciting to happen.
You wanted fireworks. You wanted
I wanted fireworks.
Yeah.
I wanted tradable opportunities is what I wanted, and frankly, it didn't give them to me. So,
yeah. All right, friends, let's take a look over here. Good morning over on YouTube. Good morning in our chat, which I'm logging into now on my other account here. So I'll be in there in a second. So good morning to you all. Let's dive in. First one on deck this morning is going to be IPDN. IPDN. So, IPDN, here we go. So IPDN this morning, we are up 15%, 2.9 million shares trade. So getting a nice little pop here this morning, Peter. Some good volume. Looks like in the past, the daily has had some activity. So look at the last couple of 3 trading days. This will be Friday, yesterday, and today. We are seeing some pretty wild movement. Wow, is this Friday? 306 million shares trade on Friday. Almost nothing on yesterday compared to the day before. But yeah, so some significant volume we've seen on this ticker, Peter.
Yeah, we saw this yesterday for the first time. This a professional diversity network, a staffing services company. I still don't know what they do, and remember they were going to develop this 3.0 Web 3.0 banking platform, and I'm surprised that we're still talking about it. It's let's see, how did it actually trade yesterday? Not good. Interestingly, it seems to be making all of its moves, Carlos, outside of market hours. Like the trading, if you look at the trading during the day yesterday, it was pretty awful. And then sometime after the close, around just after 4 o'clock, the thing shoots off again. Like look at that price action during the day, and then
Yeah.
after is when it shot up. So yeah, that's the type of stock I strenuously avoid because it's clear people are just playing with it.
Yeah, I want to be careful with that, friends. I'm gonna stay away from that. Next one on deck is going to be Google GOO. And they're both on here, but GOOGL is usually the one that is it GL or the one with the L is one we look at. Tends to get more volume. That has 6.9 million, and the other one has, let's take a look here. GOOG has 2.2 million. Again, both looking pretty good, both tradable, but the L is usually what we look at. Peter, any news for the Giant this morning?
Well, that's a good question. I mean, there's always news on Google because there's always things happening out there in the world. Right now, let's see. Let's see. What was this market ruling? Because I know that Apple had a ruling on it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I remember this one. They there was a federal judge, so there was a case where they were talking about. I sort of tend to ignore these because there's always these antitrust monopoly type cases where they're always worried that the big companies are getting too big. But a federal judge basically ruled that Google can keep their Chrome browser. And they don't have to diversify. There was a concern that there would be a federal mandate that they would have to split up some of their offerings. The judge didn't rule that. They did rule, however, that they have to fairly share information with their competitors and that they have to, they can't limit searches or have exclusive search contracts with some paying customers. So it was sort of like a favorable ruling, I guess. Basically, Google can keep doing more or less what they're doing as long as they open it up a little more to their competitors, which would not directly, anyways, impact their revenue streams or their ability to sort of do what they've been doing. Um, it's tough to tell how long term. Bottom line, it sort of showcases how the court system is so far behind with AI tools and what's happening. They don't know how to deal with things right now because some AI entered into the case, and I think as part of the judge's ruling, they were like, we have no tools by which to evaluate whether AI is fairly or unfairly affecting the outcome of these situations. So it was sort of an interesting statement that was made. But in any event, Carlos, yeah. So the news seems to be around this federal ruling, and I just don't think it's going to cause Google to. Well, I could be wrong. I don't know. I just don't think it's going to cause Google to move after the opening bell rings. I think it's going to go do its normal thing. Um, but as I said, I've been liking it a little bit more recently, so it's maybe that's reason enough to just put it on the list and keep an eye on it today. A little closer eye.
Yeah, it definitely has some really good volume here. 7 million on the one I'm looking at, ending with the L. So yeah, I'll add it to the list. Again, normally this stock does not trade very well It is not my go-to, but maybe today is their day. What was the ticker yesterday, Peter, that we kind of don't look at and it did very well? What was that? Was that how quickly I forget?
Yesterday, ONDS. This,
ONDS? Was it Meta? No, it was one that actually was a short. It was a good short. Man, I can't think of it now. We were watching so many things yesterday.
I
Yeah, but
don't
there
have
was one that
anything
was
written down.
we had, I think, on the secondary traded very well. I can't remember it. Well,
Hmm.
anyways, let's take a look at the second one here. The next one on our list is going to be SMR. So SMR this morning, friends. Let's take a look what's happening there. Nuke scale power. So this is up 6.4. Had a good day yesterday, looks like here, and we're seeing some activity this morning. So Peter, anything good on this one? I know people like to trade this ticker. I see many people like to trade this stock. I don't think I have traded as much as others, but it's in play today.
And your chart's still delayed today? I'm
Peter,
not seeing anything
I
change.
spent all day yesterday trying to fix this. I can't figure it out. I can't figure it out. I think it's a computer. I think the computer's got to go. But yeah, I'm already looking at SMR and it's still showing Google. I don't know why. And it's just so
Yeah,
random too. Like it happens
and
sometimes and not others. It's just weird.
I'm
So
and I apologize. Yeah, because I didn't hear what you said, so SMR finally popped up. Because I'm distracted as I'm trying to text my the technician working on my car because it's now day 73 of
what?
them working on my vehicle. Yeah,
73, Peter?
it's day 73. I spent time this weekend uh, chronicling everything that has happened, and it's absolutely ridiculous. So we're on day 73.
How many hours are you going to get billed for this?
They told me it's still only 20 hours worth of work. I mean, I hope it's not more than that because we're already looking at a massive bill. So anyways, I don't know. Carlos, at this point, I have no idea. I've gotten used to driving their SUV around, so it's crazy. Anyways, never mind. Let's talk stocks. Apparently they have got they've got a new deal. So NewScale proudly supports the TVA and Entra One Energy by signing a landmark 6 gigawatt small module reactor deployment program. So apparently, this is the largest deployment in U.S. history, and they're touting it. Anyways, they say they're going to be deploying this 6 gigawatt reactor across their 7 TVA. What is TVA? I don't. I guess is that the name of a company or is that a? They just keep saying TVA like I should know what that is. I don't know what TVA stands for. Anyways, I guess that's a company. Anyways, apparently, oh, sorry, the Tennessee Valley Authority. Yes, it took me a second to find it. They only mention it once in the article. All right, so the Tennessee Valley Authority apparently operates across a 7 state service region, and they're going to be deploying these nuclear reactors to provide carbon-free baseload electricity to the Dallas Fort Worth metropolitan area and a whole bunch of other regions. So the TVA made me think of Loki. See, Harvey, that's what I had in my head. I didn't want to go there. Anyways, yeah. Apparently, it's not the Time Variance Authority or whatever the heck the name of the association was. Anyways, so yeah, look, we know President Trump has mentioned that he's interested in investing in nuclear power to support the U.S. grid. That spurned the growth of a whole bunch of these companies that have been out there and been working on nuclear power. We've talked about Oklo and their chalet church looking, reactor buildings, conceptual buildings, because they've never built one yet. But NewScale is also building these small reactor solutions that apparently you could have in a neighborhood near you. So if that excites you, then great. If that terrifies you, too bad.
That,
Apparently
that's a
that's what's happening. So,
that's a great
uh,
ski lodge. That's a great ski lodge there. You know, I mean, that looks
yeah,
awesome.
there you go. See,
You know,
yeah,
top of the
it's
mountain.
That's their
Good.
conceptual design for what their reactor building is supposed to look like. But anyways, I don't know what NuScale Power's buildings are, but 6 gigawatts is, you know, I guess that's a relatively modestly sized nuclear reactor, right? Because normally, we know what they're traditionally look like, right? With the giant funnel, concrete funnel-y thing. Apparently, we're moving past that. But anyways, so the bottom line, NuScale SMR here has got a deal that, as with this Tennessee Valley Authority, that it's going to have them deploy these reactors in their service region. No time frame for it that I can see here. So it's so they're just doing their best to try and promote the fact that they've got this deal and that it's going to be coming at some point. So.
All right, there it is. This guy again. It might be in play. I mean, I like the volume. I watched it before, maybe a secondary for me, Peter. That's what I'm thinking here on SMR. They got some news. They are moving here. Seems to had a good day yesterday. Going into that 2 o'clock, 1 o'clock session looks like. So I'll put it on here. SMR on the secondary list for now. All right, back to our gappers list, friends, brought to you by tradingterminal.com. And if we look in here, we looked at the first 3, right? We got Google twice here. Let's do one more, and then we'll hop around and see what's going on. I also want to look at Apple, which is further down the list. They're also up today about 3% this morning. IREN had a good day yesterday. Look at that, 25 looks like all the way to 29, and then pushing higher here towards 38.84 is the high of the pre-market session. Pierre, this looks to be ready to go today.
Yeah, well, I think it's in the same bucket here. We noticed that there's a bunch that move at the same time. I mentioned Oklo. IRN is always on the periphery of these things. I've never quite figured it out. They're a data center provider out of Australia that again is born again crypto company and AI company and whatever new thing. Maybe they're gonna put nuclear in their data centers. I don't know. But I don't really see any news in them, so I've got to believe it's just a ride along, just a sympathy move.
Yeah, agreed. I'll keep these guys off for now. I'll keep SMR, and let's take a look at Apple. I see Apple. I want to hop down to Apple. I see HIMS on there, which I know there was one point HIMS was trading, was very active, right? And it gave us a couple of good opportunities. So let's look at Apple, and then we'll look at HIMS. Apple this morning, let's see what we got going on. So volume right now, 1.4 million. So that's nice. Up 3.7. Pre-market action, we're not seeing anything, blockbuster here, but there is some action there by that gap up of 3.7. So I do like that. And obviously, this is very nice for Apple. And they've been dead for a while. Like if you look at the daily, they have not done much. They've been pretty quiet for some time, or very choppy for intraday traders. And it looks like August just taking off here. Had a nice couple of days into 230, and now looking to push higher, man. So trying to join the all-time high party, looks like, on Apple. Peter, what's your thoughts?
Well, this is basically, it's a sort of a sympathy move because of that court case we were talking about. So Apple is actually a big positive recipient of Google's monopolistic approach, if you want to word it as such. Please don't sue me. In terms of managing, their browser access. Apparently, Apple gets multi-billion-dollar payments annually from Google in exchange for making their search engine one of the default option on Apple devices. So I can understand. I mean, that's sort of a big opportunity for Google. And I know, I mean, I don't have Google as the default on my iPhone. I mean, I always thought that I just used the Apple browser, the Safari thing. But anyways.
Yeah, no, I do use a Safari, but it's the search engine. Even though you're using Safari, is Google.
Is it Google under the hood? Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, there you go. Well, Google apparently pays them several $billion a year to make that happen. So, and the judge ruling does not prevent that, which means Apple can continue to rake in the billions. So, there you go.
Yeah, I don't see an issue in that. If you pay, you get to play. What's your beef, people? Who's arguing this? You want to play, you pay, and that's it. Simple. All right. So I like Apple. It's gonna actually, you know what? I'm gonna put on my main list, not the secondary, main list here. on Apple because I think that would be good for that one as well. So Google and Apple so far making our primary list. And again, Apple looks great today. So let's see if it can deliver. All right, back to our gappers list. I think HIMS. I want to talk about HIMS, and then we'll head over to you, Peter, on what you like this morning off this gappers list or anything else that might not be on here. HIMS today up 2.4. Look at the daily on this thing. It's been it's been a heck of a ride. We went from 25 back in March, beginning of May, all the way to, April, beginning of May, all the way to 65, back down to 42, back to 70, higher than the previous peak recently here, and then now down at 42. So it's kind of been stuck. It hasn't really moved a whole lot. You are seeing a little bit of action today. Kind of makes me wonder if it's actually going to do something, if it's actually going to be a great trader, or are we going to get stuck in some chop here this morning. So not sure on it. On the fence, maybe a secondary for me today.
Yeah, HIMS has been one that's on the periphery of trading opportunity for just forever, right? I mean, every once in a while it'll be a good trading stock. I don't typically watch it because I've been disappointed way too many times, with it. Yesterday, if you sort of look at the way it traded at the open, to me, it sort of exemplifies why it gives you hope, but I don't know. Like, I just don't personally like the way it trades. Like, if you look at that open movement, it's sort of crazy. It dropped, it popped back up, all these overlapping candles. Like, it looks like it's going to be really good, but it's never quite, in my opinion. So I just given up on the heartache, and I just don't want to end up doing something foolish. So I don't typically watch it. I don't see any news today as to why it's potentially moving. As we know, they've sort of been on the edge of all of this, obesity drug issues and opportunities, I should say, right? I mean, because they are a reseller of some of them, as well as having sort of their own brands that they promote. But I don't see anything new going on in HIMS today.
Yeah, it's a hit. Like I was talking in chat here with someone. It's a hit or miss, right? I mean, sometimes they do well. We've seen them trade very well, but if they don't have no news, the chances of them doing something that we would like would be slim here. All right, that's it for our gap up list, friends. Again, this list brought to you by tradingterminal.com. You can always head over there and get tons of information, scanners, tools, simulators, you name it. It's available there at tradingterminal.com. And now I lost my screen and it came back. Yeah, something's up, man. It's very, very funky. Peter, anything you like off the gap up list?
I mean, gap up. So today we've got a lot more stuff moving up. The semiconductor sector is green. I always like it. You guys know NVIDIA, AMD, top of my list for today. Good moves yesterday. I mean, hey, if you weren't watching both AMD and NVIDIA, then you missed some opportunities. I felt like I missed out. I traded NVIDIA short at the open. I missed the long that Andrew got and traded masterfully. And then there was another pullback that, frankly, I missed. That was a great opportunity. Just happened a little too early in the day. So maybe today I won't be afraid of things moving early. But so those two are top on my list. I know yesterday people were mentioning everything from Intel to SMCI to even Broadcom, AVGO. So there was a number of things to watch in the sector. So worth taking a look at. And outside of that, PLTR was one that what a great move yesterday. Carlos, we talked about it in the morning, and I said, I don't know, but it was it just made a great move, right? Like it started, I think it opened around 151. By 10 o'clock it was up $5, and another 2 hours later it was up at like 158. So it really just was running and gunning yesterday morning anyways. So
Yeah.
I think PLTR should be on the list.
Yeah, I like PLTR. Had a really good move. Also going into that it went green, right? Went all the way to the previous day close. So PLTR will be on here, one of my good trading stocks. We were trading this for a while, like almost every day. So let's see if that continues to today. All right, let's look at our gap down list, friends. We'll only have 3 on here. WVE is the first one. WVE is no spaces. WVE, there it is. Oh, this is ugly. This doesn't look good at all. So a little bit messy here. What is this? Way Life Sciences, whatever that is, but I don't like it one bit. So yeah, I won't be watching this, Peter, unless you like something on it.
Yeah, I don't. Have we ever seen this? This feels like it should be familiar, but I Wave Life Science. It sounds familiar, but I don't remember the ticker really.
Yeah,
They did announce that they had positive trial results from their WVE 006. This is sounding more and more familiar. Anyways, but I clearly the market is not buying it, not believing that their results were as positive as this press release would lead me to believe. That being said, while it's down 22%, there's less than 500,000 shares traded on it, so it's not really garnering that much interest. So, Carlos, I think I just have to pass on it. I don't know what's going on, but somebody whoops, somebody is like claiming that based on their voting on the stock price is really said not buying the fact that they have a positive update on their WVE 006 trial.
yeah, not a fan of it. We'll leave that one alone. All right, let's and the other one's DLTR, which we've seen in the past as well. This thing's, daily looks amazing, but intraday is probably one of the hardest tickers to trade. They just don't get enough volume. Today got some wild action as high as 117, as low as 100, sitting now at 104. So pretty much all over the place this morning, Peter. They must have earnings because these guys don't move like that unless there's something happening.
Correct.
Okay, yeah,
Correct. It's one of the few that had earnings this morning. Looks like they beat their numbers, delivering 4.57 billion of revenue on a 4.46 estimate. They over delivered significantly on their bottom line earnings, 77 cents versus 38. That's almost, well, that is double what they were anticipated to deliver. They increased their forward-looking guidance. Same store sales were up 6.5%. Really, what's got it is the analysts expected them to raise their guidance more. So I mentioned how they almost doubled their earnings in the quarter, but they didn't sort of raise their full year guidance so an equivalent amount, which implies that while their full year will be better, the next quarter will not necessarily be better, especially for the bottom line. So if you sort of break out the math, but in any event, they said they raised their guidance, but bottom line, not enough.
yeah,
I Every once in a while, Carlos, every 2 or 3 earnings cycles, I will put Dollar Tree on my list and I will watch it and I will feel that I've wasted my time. So I am hesitant to do so again.
yeah. Yeah, like I want to put it on here, and it's like, it is Dollar Tree. It is Dollar Tree, so I don't know. All
Yeah.
right, one more here. MLYS looks brutal. Had a big day yesterday, went from 22 to 29, while the previous day was sitting at 15 on last week, Friday, right? So big pop for them. Today they're up 4.5, 363,000 shares traded. What's the float on this thing? Must be pretty low with the way this type of action
Well,
is.
that's a good question. 43 million,
Oh,
42.8
I
million.
thought it was gonna be lower. Not that bad actually.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, almost a trick question because part of the news today is that they're trying to raise another $250 million, 250 million. They're issuing another 9.8 million shares. So I guess the float will be going up to around 52 million.
yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the pre-market action. Could be in play today. Don't think I ever traded that type of news, so I don't know. I'm gonna stay away from this one right now. All right, not a whole lot coming off our gap down list. Everything seems to be better on the gap up. So we got a couple in there. We got Apple, we got HIMS, we have Google as well, and SMR plus PLTR, which was not on the gap up list, but was so great yesterday. We're gonna be watching that one today as well. All right, Peter, as far as the gap down, anything that you like or anything that's gapping lower today that might not be on here?
The Chinese stocks seem to be gapping lower, if that's of any interest to people. Baba sort of top of that list. I see it's gapping down a little bit after having gapped up. Microsoft, I notice, is down this morning. Very low volume. but it's just moving in the opposite direction of almost all the other Magnificent Seven stocks or the top seven. So it's getting a push down. Maybe because the good news for Google may be seen as not as good news for Microsoft, or otherwise stated, Microsoft would have benefited if there was a stronger ruling against Google, but directly it doesn't affect Microsoft, and I don't see any other news out there. Other than that, yeah, I don't have anything else. You mentioned Neo yesterday, Carlos. It was one that I decided to try and keep an eye on just to see what it would do. Because normally, like we pointed out, it doesn't trade very well. Like it's gone into this mode in the last, year where it's really just traded lots of volume, but it seems to be all computer, versus computer type trading rather than actual opportunity we could take advantage of. Yesterday looked a little better. It traded a little bit better. I didn't see anything that I wanted to jump in on, but it is gapping down this morning. So I don't know. Maybe it's going to come back and play. I'm not sure. I mean, pre-market, yeah, it looks like this, right? Which is not great. So
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that doesn't look great here. Um, I'll skip it as well. Pepsi was the one. Our YouTube friends reminded us. Pepsi was the one yesterday that normally does not trade very well
oh,
and
is that
had the
what you're
sell
thinking of?
off. Yeah, yeah. This one that had
Oh,
the
okay.
nice clean sell
Yes.
off here.
It
Yesterday.
it
So
was an all day sell off too. Like it just
yeah,
slowly leaked lower and lower all day until the close. So
yeah. So there it is. Um, as far as people are asking, are we going to watch it today? I'm not sure, man. This thing just came back to its normal trading price. I think it's just go back to regular trading. And we were talking about this. Like the news was positive, but it should have not been enough to like continue some kind of trend. Like, okay, this is Pepsi we're talking about here, right? It's just conversation of possibly new direction, new this, new that. And Peter, you mentioned this like you're kind of in shock of why is this thing's gapping up so much in this news.
yeah, yeah.
So
It seemed a little bit overdone, and I guess that the people with a lot of deep pockets agreed, and they saw it
yeah,
as a selling opportunity, and just got
yep,
out of the stock all day.
yep,
Interesting, probably because we were talking about it. You know how your phone listens to you and feeds you things.
yes,
I got this whole like investigative report into bottled water, and anyways, I ended up watching the whole thing. I found it quite interesting, but. Um, yeah, bottled water, such a
yeah.
juggernaut, boondoggle, man. I mean, we buy so much bottled water, and it is utterly ridiculous. We were pretty much on I can't remember if was it with you or was it at the close. I was talking about the prices, but we were pretty much on target. Like the cost of the bottle is about 5 cents. The cost of the liquid filling it, whether it's water or whether it's Pepsi,
Soda, yep.
is about another 5 cents. So it costs them 10 cents to actually produce the thing. And then, of course, we all know that they sell it for, $3 or whatever, right? Like a
Yeah.
buck a bottle if you're buying it by the case. But it's just ridiculous when you really sort of think about it. Like all the water, like Pepsi, I can't remember which is which, right? There's Dasani and there's the what is the one that one's owned by Pepsi and one's owned by Coke and anyways, but they yeah, it's just bottled tap water. Well,
Yeah.
Fiji water is actually from Fiji, but it's found to have very high levels of arsenic in it in Fiji water. Aquafina, yeah, thank you, Matt. Aquafina is the other one. I think that's the Coke one, and then Pepsi owns Dasani. Anyways, whatever, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. It is literally bottled tap water. So, I mean, they filter it, but it's yeah. Anyways, never mind. We'll move on.
Yeah. All right, friends. All right, that's my list right now. Let's take a look at what you guys like this morning. We'll start here in our chat. Let's see what our friends in the BBT chat room like this morning. Let's take a look here. Smart water. Who owns smart water? I don't know. I don't know who owns who. Um, oh, this is interesting.
Smart water, yeah, I don't know. Smart water is. It's another one of those.
Yeah, yeah, it's another one. All right, let's see
It's
here.
but they tested them all, and then you get all this like alkaline water and all. Anyways, all these they're all just it's anyways it's ridiculous. It is meaningless to your health, and
Yeah,
anyways, if you want to buy it for convenience, do so. Don't buy it to be healthy. It actually is most cases not
yeah,
helping.
yeah.
So
Let's see here. Rocket Lab. Okay, I see that one. RKLB. Let's take a look. RKLB this morning. What do we got going on? We are up 2.1 through 400,000 shares traded. We trade this a ton. I mean, I have levels all over the place on my charts on this thing. And I see here we're up a little bit. I'm not sure. Pre-market looks interesting. We'll have to wait and see. I don't see a whole lot of volume. It could be interesting. I do like the daily for a possible breakout here. I'm looking at Rocket Lab, by the way. Don't mind the screen. Yeah, I think a good secondary. Peter, what's your thoughts on it?
Rocket Lab is an interesting one. I've just liked it because space technologies are interesting. But they're making a more concerted move into semiconductor production. Apparently, there's a demand and a need for space grade semiconductor technologies, and as such, Rocket Lab thinks they can sort of fill that gap. In fact, they secured. A loan. I mean, this is a little while back, but at the end of last year, an award from the U.S. Department of Commerce under the CHIPS and Science Act to expand its semiconductor manufacturing in Albuquerque, New Mexico. So, Albuquerque, look at that. Well, they had to make something after the show ended in Albuquerque. Anyways, uh, so they yeah, so I mean that makes it more interesting. They're more than just a rocket company. They're trying to get into chip manufacturing, which we know has, a big impact. People love it if you're in semiconductors these days. So yeah, it's an interesting stock overall. Today, I don't see anything particularly exciting about it, to be honest.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna skip
I like
as
where
well,
it is
man.
on
I
the
don't.
daily though.
The
That's
daily,
interesting.
yeah, the daily's nice. The daily's
That
nice.
might be
Possible
interesting.
breakout here. Other than that, I don't see anything that's great. So maybe a secondary. That's what I could think of. Let's do that.
Pigs in space. Oh, I used to love that skit from I was from the Muppet Show. Anyways, pigs in
Uh,
space. Never mind.
all good,
Thanks.
Peter. All good.
Thanks for the memories,
Uh,
Craggy Rider.
so I'm gonna add them on a secondary list. SMR, HIMS, and RKLB is what I have for right now, and I think that's gonna finish my list. I mean, I like what I have. I'm probably gonna add Tesla. Tesla was very good to us yesterday. Treated us very nice. Nvidia, I'm gonna add as well. Also, gave people just not a hard time, but a little bit rough start, and then it was actually pretty good towards the top. Right? I know you took a quick short on that one, but we'll see. I think that'll be a good one to watch Nvidia as well. So I'm gonna go with those. I think that is going to make my watch list for today. Andrew's saying good morning to everybody on YouTube. He's looking at Apple, TQQ, and Google so far, as he's building his list nice and early here. All right, Peter, let's go to what's happening here in our community. You can always head over to bearwoodtraders.com and see what's going on. And you can tell I'm a little off today just because the screen thing is
Well,
definitely throwing a
yeah,
wrench. It is throwing a
and
wrench.
I
That's what you feel like, the choppiness when you're doing something else. I'm working on the screen stuff and it's just not budging, man. I don't know what it
yeah,
is. Um,
it's
but
always
we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
trust
I
me.
think, yeah.
If there's one thing I understand, it's being messed up as you're trying to manage too many streams of activity at the same time.
Oh,
But
absolutely.
you know what? That means that your psychology is affected, Carlos, and thank goodness it's Wisdom Wednesday then. You could be
Yes.
you could be helped by that. Um, anyway, so see, I got the same thing. I'm trying to answer questions here at the same time. Our psychology webinar is happening tonight, 8 p.m. in the webinar room. Dr. Kenneth Reed. Dr. Reed is one of our repeat presenters and always puts on a good session. Is good at answering questions too. So if you're interested in understanding better how your brain works and how you can get it focused more on your trading, then attend the webinar tonight at 8 o'clock. If you're an elite member, you can go into the webinar room and enjoy that. The topic tonight is the one thing. What is the one thing that you can do to create new habits of the mind? And we love to oversimplify things. So we're sort of just trying to point out the fact that there is never one thing. It's always a combination of things that you must do. But we're going to get focused here tonight and take a look at that. So that's at 8 p.m. At noon today, we do have Dr. Vanessa Charlin's always with us on Wisdom Wednesdays. Dr. Charlin's also on YouTube at 11 with Thor. So she does double duty as she comes in. She's a very active trader and not only a fantastic trader, but has a lot of great insight and great band tease. I keep mentioning that, but she's good. She never disappoints. She's always got, she supported everything from Metallica to U2 and elsewhere. So, and I asked her the other day, and she said most of them she earned properly, which means she got them at the concert. So I got to give her credit for that. So in any event, Dr. Vanessa Charlin will be with Thor on YouTube at 11 and in the webinar room for our elite members at noon. So those are some sessions to look forward to, noon and 8 p.m. today. If you want to join us at the Bearable Trading community, we're here every day the markets are open. You can just go to bearabletraders.com, scroll down, and you can see that we've got our best deal of the year going on right now. Labor 60 is the code to use, but it should pop up automatically if you go for the Elite Annual. That gives you 60% off that price, bringing it down to $999. And if you're not ready for that commitment, we get it. You can join using the intro offer, the basic, or the Elite Monthly. Those are different options, but by far and away, the Elite Annual is your best deal. So check it out. We also have our kickoff meeting happened last night for Peak Capital Trading, our new boot camp session just started yesterday. So yeah, good luck to everybody that's in the boot camp and getting started on that. It's an intense journey, but it will be rewarding. So good luck to you. I'm sure that you're going to get a lot out of it and will enjoy the process. So it's not going to be easy, but you can still enjoy it when it's tough. So good luck to everybody in the boot camp. Carlos, the last thing maybe I should mention is, by the way, if you're interested in joining some of our moderators in paradise, like Carlos, like Andrew, like Brian, then you can go to Thailand to the Koh Samui resort, which is going to be a fantastic experience, November the 30th through December the 6th of this year. If you're interested in joining, again, just go to our main page, just click on the link there, and it'll tell you all about it. Look, it really is a fully inclusive, immersive experience. Oh my goodness, there's a video with me waving there. So, well, apparently we've got some videos from what happened in Thailand, and it really was a great experience. I know, Carlos, you sort of, felt you sort of regretted missing that one because it looked like fun, and it was. So now I'm going to have the regret on the other side as you go to this one, and I won't make it, but it's going to be a great experience. So if you're interested, check it out on the website, and you can go to Thailand. No, Colombia is where we were last year. Thailand is this year.
Yeah. All right. Let's don't miss it, man. It's gonna be a lot of fun. All right, friends, let's get into it. Let's get some levels in place here. Then we'll hand it off to our live traders in the chat room. As Peter mentioned, if you want to join them, he showed you how. And we do have a special for you guys. The link is right on there. bearabletraders.com/19 gets you in for $19 for, I believe it's a whole week, right? So take advantage of that. All right, let's get some levels in. I'm looking at Google now, and apologies for the screen delays. We'll get it fixed. Let's see, make sure I'm in the right spot. Yep, Google Daily. Here it is. So Google right now, big pop after the announcement of, kind of the ruling on going towards their benefit. 222 is the low of the pre-market with 44 cents there. 227 is the high of the pre-market. If we look at this all-time high, so we just crushing. It is. I didn't even see this earlier. It is just blowing to the all-time high here. Let me see. I'm just going to go back a little bit. Yeah. All-time highs for Google. I mean, there's nothing above this. Yep. 227.03. I mean, it's just awesome. Then towards the bottom, you got the highs and lows for the last two trading days here. This will be Monday, Friday. around this area. We can, do we have anything? Yeah, you don't have much. There's not much here besides the after hours activity that took place yesterday. I'm assuming after the ruling broke out. Why they didn't break out that ruling like at, 11:30, 10? Why do you do it after hours? What are they trying to just hate on us retail traders? I mean, I want to trade that action, man. That would have been nice. But it is what it is. Here's Apple, friends. Apple also, again, benefiting from that ruling as well. It is up 3.3 as they're involved with that as well. So that's good for them. High of the pre-market 239.40. Unlike Google, they're not at all-time highs, but they're trying. Low of the pre-market 235.41, and below that, highs and lows for the last 2 trading days. Got you covered there. We do have levels towards the top though. Here we go to the left here and back around January, even December time frame. You got plenty of levels into February. So I'm just gonna pick off a few here. 244.76 towards the top. We do have another level too around 242.74. You definitely want to have that there. Plus that 244.76. There's some more up there. We'll see what happens. Billy's asking in chat, will Apple hit 242 today? We'll see. We'll see. I mean, it's got the news going behind it. Let's see if it can actually deliver that. PLTR is another one that has been really nice to trade. Was awesome yesterday. Gave you a really great move. Towards the bottoms, the levels are pretty easy. You're set. Highs and lows for the last 2 trading days pretty much got you covered here in this consolidation. So you're set there. Don't have to worry about much. Towards the top, though, we are going to mark 161.23. You have a couple of days slamming into that. Then you got this gap up here, big sell through. It just doesn't like this area, I guess. This area here doesn't like to hang out there. What's going on? Let's go to the left, and you're not going to find much probably because this is your all-time high run. So this run here that we had when we did gap up, there's not a whole lot of data to go by here. What you can do is you can hop into this day and start looking to pick off some information. I'm not going to do that for the sake of time. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to mark down some of the whole dollar numbers. I'll put 165 on here. But other than that, that's all you have until you start getting into that above that 170, where there's some more levels up there. Let's go over to Tesla. Tesla right now, highs and lows towards the bottom, got you covered. High of the pre-market, we're going to mark it at 335.80, so I'll be good there. And then above that, there is a level, it's a great level, 340.36. So really nice area. I do want to have that down just in case we push higher. I'm not going to mark the low of the pre-market because you're surrounded here by so much stuff. Highs and lows of the last 2 trading days. You got the previous day close right on here. And the low from Friday is pretty much what the low of the pre-market is today. So we're not going to mark a whole bunch of levels. We're going to keep it nice and simple there. Last but not least is going to be NVIDIA. So NVIDIA just above the previous day close right now. Again, things looking a little bit stronger than they did yesterday. 169.98 is the low of the pre-market for NVIDIA. The high is pretty close to where the high from yesterday was. So I'm not going to worry about marking that there. I'm just going to use that pre-market high, that high from yesterday's action. And once you do that, you're pretty much set on levels. Highs and lows for the last trading days are doing a good job there. There might be one level you might want to mark down just in case we do sell off. I'm hoping this thing goes higher, but just in case we do see some downturn action, 169.04 would be a good level to have below the low of the pre-market this morning. All right, with that, we are set. That's our list. Peter, take us to what our team is watching.
I gotta get off the mute there. Yeah, so our team's started to get their list in, and we can see going to the top. I gotta get to the top. Who's first? Thor in first. Gonna be watching Tesla, AMD, and NVIDIA. Sounds familiar. I'll be watching those as well. Jared is gonna be watching Google. He's also gonna be watching AMD, and Toast, Toast, and M. Macy's is one that I did actually take a brief look at. They did have earnings overnight. Not looking great pre-market, but it potentially is on the list. So, but Jared will keep an eye on that for us. Eamon is going to be watching AMD for a potential long. Mike is looking at Apple, Google, and of course the scanners. Megan watching Marvell, MRVL, and SMR, one that we did mention that I didn't love, but she'll be looking at it for range breaks, I'm sure. Brian is going to be watching Tesla, PLTR, Apple, and NVIDIA. And I've got, well, my usual Tesla, NVIDIA, AMD, and I'll be watching PLTR and Google today. Andrew's in with his list, trading live with everybody. He's going to be watching Apple, PLTR, Tesla, Google, M, which is Macy's, and Hims. Brendan's got Google, Nvidia, Apple, and Tesla on his list. Brian is, oh, he's adding the Dollar Tree. Interesting. And then Paris is watching M, DLTR, Google, Apple, and Tesla. So you can see a lot of common tickers in there. I'm going to be adding some of these just onto my secondary list so I can keep an eye on them. Who knows what's going to move this morning, but I'm hoping that we get a great trading day. Whatever you're watching, trade smart. We want you to have a successful day. Our live traders in the chat room, and Brian and Andrew, now that he's back safely from Burning Man, that he'll be trading. He had some great trades yesterday. I'm sure he's going to be looking at some good opportunities again today. And then he'll join us back on YouTube at 10:30. So trade smart. Carlos and I will do the big switcheroo over to YouTube here, and off we go.
All right, take care, guys. See you later. We'll continue here on YouTube. We'll just start switching things up and get everything ready to rock and roll. All right, let's get our 1 minute. 1 minute, everything set here. 5 minute.
Back.
I'm gonna mute Andrew on the chat here, and all right, we are set. All right, excellent, friends. So for me, Google, Apple, PLTR, Tesla, Nvidia, secondary list, SMR, HIMS, and Rocket Lab, and I got that right here as well, and should be good. Should be interesting day. Just getting my list together here, friends, so we can get ready for the market open. And that is good. Yeah, RGTI. I saw that yesterday. Yes, yesterday I was mentioning here to Sean in our chat. Yesterday, these guys, I don't know how I popped them off. They were in the scanners. I don't know what they did, but on the daily, they had some volume here, so you can see here the drop and the recovery. So I don't think they're awesome today right now. This can change, but yeah, look at their action yesterday. It's actually pretty good. You see that? Look at that nice little drop, beautiful recovery. So again, definitely in play. Not sure what today's going to bring. They're back pretty much where they opened up yesterday, right? So they're pretty much back there. Rigetti Spaghetti, our good buddy.
Good old Rigetti.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see if I can get focused here on trading. So I'm worried now about getting my car. Okay, Apple. Apple looks to be in play.
Yeah.
It's already up 3%. It's up 3% on a sympathy move.
It's pulled back a lot though, right? Like it's pulled back. Like the high end this is $2 from $2 plus when we're at now. So I wonder how that's gonna affect things. Are we going lower? Are we gonna go back to that high? It's gonna be tricky.
Exactly. That's the problem, right? Like I don't really have a prediction as to whether we're heading up or heading down.
Yeah.
Well,
that's a tricky one.
Will people think that it's overdone and it's a profit-taking opportunity, or will they look at it and say, well, it's got another couple bucks to go up because it was there just a few minutes earlier.
Yeah, but they what got them going on the beginning of August, right? They had that move beginning of August on the daily, which kind of got them out of their funk. They were just kind of just stuck between they're on that 205 to 10 area. What was that? Was that wasn't earnings, right? It was not that recent.
No, it wasn't earnings.
Yeah, like 3 days back to back where they did very well.
I feel like I should know, but I honestly can't remember.
Yeah. We definitely talked about it, but we talked about so many things that we're not gonna remember. New iPhone coming out.
It was a month ago.
Week.
I can't remember what I did yesterday, Carlos.
Yeah, people are not buying new iPhones, man. They're not. They're done. The only reason that people are buying iPhones is if and this is not me. This is an article I read on Bloomberg opinion. If they got a cracked phone and it doesn't make sense to fix it, or if they want a new camera. That's it. They want a better camera for whatever reason, right?
Who really needs a better camera nowadays? I mean,
I don't know. Well, you bought one for a better camera, remember?
Yeah, but I went from a 6 to like a 13, like, or 12. I don't even know what I have, but
Yeah,
I
but it
mean
is a
that's
difference. It is a
that's
difference. Like if you, I
yeah,
went from a 13 to a 16, and you could see the difference in the cam, right? You can't see it from like a 16 to a 17 or whatever, like 15 to 16. You can't
14.
see it.
6 to a 14.
Yeah, so that's a big difference for you. But that's what the article said. They said they're people only get new phones if theirs is cracked or if they want a better camera. Um, and so
Well, I mean, I suppose there could be more people like me that are on really old phones that are moving up, but
yeah.
you got a friend
Well,
still
like I
rocking a
said, Peter,
6, Melanie?
like
Hey,
13, the
look,
13 to this,
I, look, it still
that's your old
works.
one. Yeah,
I've got my 6S still sitting here. It's it's all
yeah,
it doesn't work if you don't keep it plugged in constantly, but other than that, it works.
yeah. David, the
Yeah.
battery was another reason they put on there. David, yeah, that was another reason. If the battery's not
Yeah.
working no more, that's probably one of the most expensive things on there. All right, guys,
Yeah.
20,
To me, that was the big one.
15 seconds to the market open. Um, I am watching. Who's gonna be front and center? Let's go with Tesla again. Doesn't look great though. Apple looks great. I think
All
it's just
right.
gonna be very
There's the opening
difficult.
bell.
All right, ding, 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 ding. Let's go.
Where's
We'll
my
take a look at Apple. Please keep in mind my screens freeze are delayed, so be mindful of that. They're not delayed and freezing on my actual screen that I'm watching. Um, we'll work on fixing that soon as possible. All right. Spice not doing much right now. Ooh, Tesla, nice sell off on Tesla. Apple doing some stuff here. Let's see.
I missed the opportunity. I was like, should I go long Nvidia? And I didn't. And
Yeah.
now it's popped up. Wimp. I'm a wimp.
Yeah, I see that video.
It hasn't gone that far though. Oh, and now it would have come right back to where I would have entered. So, okay. Maybe it's
Yeah.
not so bad after all.
Uh,
Wow. We're getting a drop this morning off the markets. Whoa, look, everything's going lower.
commercials now.
Is Nvidia?
Giovanni Joe. What do you mean commercials now? Nvidia up and down here. It's all over the place.
Yeah.
I'm happy to be waiting my 3 minutes today. Some days I hate waiting 3 minutes. Today I'm okay with waiting 3 minutes. I'm okay with that. All right, Joe. Welcome to the Lambos and Garbage Truck, my friend. Welcome to the family. Excellent. By the way, we gave away I keep saying lifetime annual membership yesterday to Garbage and Lambo members. So Mikey Mike, I think, was one that won. We'll get them all set up today. So awesome. And we'll be doing another one. I think we'll do another giveaway. Today we'll do more giveaways on the audiobook, and then later on Friday we'll do a big one as well. I think on Friday we're doing the Thailand trip. So sign up with time if you're interested in that. You never know. And there's not a whole lot of members, so your chances of winning
All
are
right.
a lot better. All right, let's see here. Coming up on 3 minutes. I don't see anything I like. Apple looks good. Apple looks really good actually. If we can pull back and retest the VWAP, show some weakness, I definitely like that for a short. A short back to some lows here. What would be the next level on Apple? 235.48 is what I have. That'd be great. That is the low of the pre-market. All right, let's see here. See how this thing sets up.
Yeah.
Melanie's trading BA. We're
I
looking
just,
at it at
oh,
least.
come on. I just tried going short Nvidia because I was feeling left out of things.
Yeah.
But I got out real quick because I was nervous about it. It came right back to my entry.
Oh no
And,
no no no. Wait.
uh,
Apple's doing it too. They're doing the move too
yeah,
early.
yeah. I see because now the market's popping higher, so I don't know what's going on this morning here. Where are we going?
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So app was at the VWAP. I want to trade this as a 5-minute ORB though, so it's not the setup is not there yet. So we gotta wait. We gotta wait on this thing. Let's put in
Okay,
a
I've
nice
gone
5-minute
short
candle.
Nvidia. I've gone
Nice.
short Nvidia again. There you go. There you go. There's the break lower. Taking a partial. So there we go. That's a little bit better. I got a better entry this time, and
Nice.
uh, I got to share a screen so you guys can see. Hold on.
Yep.
Gotta make sure my stop is in before I start playing with screens and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. There you go.
Yeah, I'm gonna miss Apple. Unfortunately, that's okay.
Okay, so
Where's your? Hold on a second. Oh, cause you're Carlos now. Hold on.
yes, I haven't figured out how to change that.
Here you are. There you go. Apple did sell down, but I just didn't like the setup. Because now, see, if you look at the 5-minute now, so you're getting a 5-minute range breakout, right? So breakdown. So you got too extended. And I'm not gonna take a short here.
Yeah,
PLTR.
just getting some. So there we go. All right, taking another partial here. Now that we broke below 170 on Nvidia, you can see my stop. I moved it to break even.
Joe says he
Uh,
doesn't want Nvidia to go down. Let's see. Oh, it's going down.
my stop down a
Peter wants it to go down.
couple of cents.
You're sure on this,
I
right?
do in the short
Yep.
term. Yeah, I'm short. Yeah, you can see it.
Yep.
My entry is 170.66. And you can see that first trade that I mentioned where I got in and out like just right away. And then I waited for a better entry, got short again.
Mm-hmm.
Now I've taken a couple of partials. So we got Apple. Yeah, Apple's a tough one, Carlos.
Yeah, I'm not in it. I'm not in it. It's a tough one here. PLTR. I'm just cycling through my list, and I don't see anything that I love. Tesla, continuing to sell off here. I might actually go red. Nvidia is doing good for you here, Peter. What's the next level we have?
Oh yeah, Tesla. Look at Tesla. Wow.
Yeah, Tesla was nice, man. It's a lot of red on the screen today. There you go, Nvidia. Very nice, Peter. Good trade. Good trade.
Yeah. Well, actually,
All right, Andrew. He's long on Google from the VWAP very early on, so that's looking for a nice breakout here. Hopefully that breaks through. Because Google's the real winner in this ruling. Apple, it's I don't know how they're not taking it as well.
yeah. All right. Move my stop down a couple of cents again.
I don't see anything I
All right,
like.
we'll just hang on to the rest of NVIDIA now. I don't know what to expect of it. Let me just start
Mm-hmm.
to look at some more levels. Oh, this area here, 168. 80. Get down there. That'd be an area to watch. Low, yesterday's low would put me at 167.20. I don't know, that might be a
Yeah.
little overly aggressive. The aggressive to expect Nvidia to get down there. Oh well, we'll see. We'll just hang on
Yeah.
here and
Yeah.
wait.
Tesla's going red. Um, Here, just right below the previous day close. PLTR. Man, I'm looking. Oh, Google's gonna go, man. Google's gonna go. The setup here and the 5 minutes looking nice. Andrew's very long on this thing. It's got two partials
He
in,
is.
plus
He's
another
he's
partial
he's got
wave to
a
be filled at the high of the day.
yeah, no.
So, but
Looks
this
like
looks explosive. Looks good.
227.50. He's just sitting with an order waiting to get filled, and it's come up and like touched it, but he hasn't gotten filled
Yeah,
yet.
it's
So
like right on it, man. I mean, can it get
there
any
you go.
closer than that? There
There
it
you
is.
go.
Now he got filled.
Yeah, there you
Look
go.
at
He just got
that.
filled.
Very nice. Look, this is a beautiful 5 minute ORB as well, man. So he added in here too. Wow, what a move.
Yeah.
What are you doing, Carlos? Huh? What are you doing? Where's what are you doing with your life? That's what Andrew would say. What are you doing with your life?
Mm.
Oh man. All right. All right. Goo.
Looks like
Very nice, very
looks like
nice.
Nvidia's coming back.
Uh,
Nvidia, sorry, what did I say? I got Andrew
Nvidia?
saying Google in my
Nvidia.
head, so I'm not sure if I said Google or Nvidia.
No, you said Nvidia.
Anyways,
You
Nvidia's
did, you
coming
did. You
back.
said it right.
Yeah, okay. Well, if it's just a couple of cents away from stopping me out. If it does, then so be it. I'm okay with that. Obviously, I'd rather hang in there, but look, yeah. See, I just got taken out. So, okay, I'm out of that trade. That's at least I got my partials.
Very nice, very nice. All right, I'm just looking for another fill. There it is on Google. Just got filled towards the top there. Wow, people are screaming Reddit in the room. What's going on with Reddit? Oh, yeah, that's what's going on. It's up $10. $10 at the market open, $16 from the close. This thing is on fire. It's a tough trader though, man. And I like the stock Reddit.
Yeah,
Since the IPOs, they've been just on fire, man. They had a couple of months like quiet, and then it's just been explosive. But
PLTR
wow,
is oh wow, look at that big pop down on PLTR. Wow, that's a big
yes,
move. Are you
that's a two
Nvidia? Are you just
two
gonna
and a
come and
half dollar drop. That's a lot.
yeah, it was a big spike.
Scary stuff.
Well, at least I tried. I took a trade, so that makes me happy. Let's go to find something else now. What else we got, Carlos?
I'm looking, man. I don't see anything I like. I don't see
Yeah, whoop.
I didn't see it. That was great. AMD, yeah, I see it pushing higher here. I don't like these VWAP breakouts though, right? If you guys seen the videos with all the details when we go over the so actually elite webinar, the elite webinar we did, the recording towards the end, we talk about these setups here. I don't like these ass VWAP breakouts, right? And we go through the whole explanation. Um, let's see what else. Interesting drop on PLTR. It's a $2.5 drop. That's it's a lot. In a matter of seconds. Yeah, SMR is going. Hymns down below the previous. This not sorry, not him. RKLB down below the previous day close. HIMS 5-minute RB breakout. Coming back up to test the high one more time here. I don't like the price action on the HIMS. Like it's very kind of spotty. So it tends to be a little bit rough at times, but looks like we're getting a breakout here. If you look at the 5-minute, you're getting that 5-minute RB break here. This would have been your entry. Stop loss below VWAP. Let's see if that would work out. I missed it now, but let's see if that would work out. If we get a pullback and you see strength again, you can take it. You can take it long. But him is a tough one. This is a tough one. Phil, you just trade the news. Yeah, the news. I traded the news before, man. I lost so much money. So much money. Now I hate the news. I just wanted to create volatility and movement. I don't care if it's positive or negative. It's cost me way too much money. Like, oh, this is good. This is positive news. I'm gonna go long, and the damn thing was short all day and keep averaging down. It's gonna come back towards the end of the day, and next thing you know, I'm down $17,000. Why? Why? Right? No, no thanks. No thanks. IPDN. Let's take a look. IPDN was on our gappers list. IPDN. Let's see here. Oh, it got halted, right? So went up, got halted here. Out of the halts right now. Let's see if we can get the pop. This is, what's the float on this again? 1.1. Oh, yeah. Careful, friends. This is the stuff that blows up accounts. So just be careful if you're gonna trade this. So
I'm on mute. No wonder you can't hear me.
oh, you were talking?
1.3. I was, but anyways,
Oh,
1.3 million. Yeah. This thing was halted for like 10 minutes right after the open. So
yeah.
no wonder
Yep.
it's you don't. Oh yeah, you don't show the halt, do you?
On the 1 minute I do. On the 1 minute
Okay.
I have it. Yeah, right here.
Oh yeah, there it is. Yeah. Oh, okay.
And
Well, let's see. Apple sold off, so that would have been a trade that worked, Carlos, but it wasn't easy to get into. And I'm very
yeah,
disappointed here in Nvidia. It came up and literally I have my stop was at the highest peak of that candle, like literally to the penny where I put my stop, which was a couple of cents below my actual entry. So if I just kept my stop at my break even, I could theoretically have still been in this, unless they came and hunted me. But it's just like I'm literally like at the tippy top of that candle right there. Look at that. And what's the high? 170.63, which is exactly where I'd put my stop. So,
yeah, yeah.
anyways, them's the breaks. You make decisions, you got to live by them, right? Oh,
That's
that's okay.
it.
See, now it just spiked higher. I would have been stopped here anyways. So there you go. So now, see, that makes me feel better because now Nvidia just
Makes it
pushed
feel you
higher.
right decision.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, I would have been stopped anyways, right? So it would have just been a few minutes later. So I didn't really. The worst is when you get stopped out to the petty and then it goes and makes like a giant run, like it'll be short all day, right? And then
yeah,
you're like,
yeah.
geez, just made a slightly different decision than I could have stayed in this. But anyways, in this case, that's not what's going to happen.
BMR here, friends. This thing is rocking. Rocking. Oh man, yeah, you must have missed the show because yeah, We did mention that. We do have jobs data at 10. It's right on there. Um, that should be fun. We'll see what it does. It's weird. Sometimes it actually does something. Sometimes it doesn't. It all depends, like, on how the market takes it. So we'll see. All right, I'm looking for a five. I'm looking for a VWAP now breakout, but man, I couldn't get no 5 minute ORBs. They all got too extended. The Apple would have worked out, but you're not gonna take a 5 minute ORB here. You know, you're so far from the VWAP, it's not gonna work. Um, and then Andrew did take a beautiful breakout trade on Google, and that turned out pretty nice. That turned out really, really nice there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he knows how to pick them.
yeah,
He's
yep.
always doing it.
Nvidia possible VWAP breakout here. It's not pretty though. It's not what we're used to seeing. Got the previous day close as well. This thing is strong. I think it wants to go.
Ugh.
Let's see if we can get the push. I would love for this to come back, retest the VWAP. Like, I want to see this move happen again, right? In this candle. Breakout candle, pullback, and then the confirmation candle. Because here, technically, you're not above the VWAP. So these are still your breakout candles here. And then you got the previous day close here. So it gets a little messy. It could still happen, but it's not what we normally trade, right? So let's see if the setup comes up. Why Andrew only goes long, strategy or personality? I don't think he only goes long. He's gone short before, but maybe he's more of a
Yeah.
long trader. And Peter's more of a short trader. I mean, Peter only trades short. Nah, you go long sometimes, but
Nah, I go long. You know, when
yeah,
it's what you're more comfortable with. Andrew is definitely a long bias trader. He prefers the long trades and sees them better. I don't know why, but I prefer the short trades. I don't
yeah,
only
yep,
go short, but yeah, probably 80 to 90% of my trades are short. It really just
yeah.
it's because what I prefer for whatever reason. So
Long feels good for the soul. It could. Long does feel good. On my swing trades, I only go long. I don't short swing trades. I only go long. I tried. It's just never had any real success.
it's yeah, it's riskier to take longer term trades on the short side because you have to
Yeah,
remember that, risk is theoretically unlimited when you go short, right? Because a stock can only go down to zero, but it can go up indefinitely,
yeah, yeah.
to an infinite degree. So, you do have to be careful of that. Carlos, as you were saying it, I just as Nvidia a minute ago had pulled back below 171. I was so close to going long, and I feel like I should have for this breakout. But then you
Yeah.
got me talking, and it gave me an excuse not to do it. But that pullback to previous day close with a good stop below VWAP, to me, that would have been a good solid risk to reward. And, I feel like I've missed this opportunity now. If this thing goes to a high of day, I will be
I
frustrated.
think it's going there, man. I think it's going there.
Yeah,
Looks good. Looks
I
good
think
for
so
it.
too.
PLTR is giving you a breakout here. It's just, you know what? These setups are not ideal, man. Previous day close is right on here. I don't like that. Here's the breakout. But they happen a lot. Like this setup against the previous day close is tough. Um, let's see. Let's see what it does here. So here are your breakout candles. We'll need a pullback and then the confirmation candle. And then if that happens, I will definitely go long on PLTR. Tesla's coming up to the VWAP as well. Nvidia's going to hit your high of the day, Peter. Let's see. Apple finally. What do you did? You did banner on Apple. You took a reverse on that. Apple at VWAP. Let's Apple at VWAP. Oh yeah, yes, yeah. This is good. This is very nice, actually. between Apple and PLTR, I might have my first trade of the day here. But I like Apple much better because PLTR, you got the previous day close I mentioned here. So Apple looks cleaner as we're coming to the VWAP here. Let's see if we get our VWAP set up. Our strategy come up here. If it does, that could be a good one. So between that one and PLTR, I think those look the best so far. Tesla, not there yet. Nvidia took off. Google kind of taking a break here. All right, so here's our breakout candles. So yeah, for those that have not seen the webinar, it's available to you guys on YouTube. We talk about this VWAP breakout. We're looking for this, again, breakout candle, the pullback, and then the confirmation candle. It's just like 1, 2, 3. It doesn't have to be in 3 candles. It could be, you know, in a couple of candles when it comes to the pullback and the breakout candle, the confirmation. But again, check out that video. It's on YouTube, and we do a whole I think it's 10 minutes on it or so. And then if you're a member in the BBT, we have the full hour webinar for that as well. Let's see here. Okay, this is still part of the breakout candle, so I need to get some good setups. Ukraine war footage. So I don't use anchored, right? So it's not anchored. So it's just worries about the intraday action.
What?
Okay, here's the. This is more than a pullback now on Apple. All right, that didn't work. Let's see. No setup there. Let's see PLTR. PLTR. I'll be honest, this is not ideal. Can it still work? Maybe. But it's really not ideal. No, the stream is not stuck, guys. So what's happening is I run 2 computers. Our cameras and all the stream stuff that you see on YouTube runs through my very powerful machine, which just has no problems. The other machine I use to actually do all the trading stuff, that's on a different machine. That machine's having problems sending the feed over to the other machine. So you get that, like, this glitches, and it's bugging the crap out of me. So we'll get that fixed. I see right now, no delay, and then it just freezes. I'm still moving the charts. I don't know why it does that.
Andrew's trying to force Apple higher here. He's giving back all his profits from the day.
No.
Trying to make Apple go higher.
Oh man.
It's
yeah.
Yeah.
PLTR is looking good, guys. PLTR is looking really good. If we can get above the previous day close, I'm thinking of going long. I should go long now, actually. Let's go long now. So long PLTR. I know you can't see it yet, but you will. Let's see if we can get pushed.
I hope it works.
Yeah, you don't like it?
A little.
No, I like it.
To be honest.
Okay. So Peter disagrees. Right. We got to prove Peter wrong, guys. Unfortunately, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I hope I am wrong. I really do. I hope I am wrong. I don't like where the overall market sits.
Oh yeah, but I didn't even look at the SPY, man. I'm just, because the SPY is just choppy, like it's not doing anything. So
yeah, but it's at the low of the day.
Yeah.
Let's see. I don't like it. I hope it works. I don't get the warm and fuzzy feeling.
I hear you, man. You got the warm and fuzzies, and that's important in trading. Got to have the warm and fuzzies. Why is Google so much up today? So Google had, if you guys were watching earlier, they have the settlement, right? Not a settlement. It's just their ruling.
A court ruling in their favor.
Yeah, court ruling in their favor, right? All right, so potentially my move on CIFR. Let's check. Yes, down. Volume is a little tricky, but yes, down. It looks does look interesting here. I mean, it is our move, clearly, right? We got the VWAP breakout, the pullback, and then the confirmation candle. So that all looks good. I don't know if I would take this short though. I don't. What is the stock, by the way?
What
And
are we looking at?
CIFR. What's the?
Cipher? I've never heard of this thing.
Yeah,
See, I feel like we've
it's
looked at
got a
it once
great risk to
before.
reward though, man. You put your stop
Cipher.
at
It's it's a
860. Yeah,
Cipher Mining. Oh my God, it's another one of these crypto mining companies. Stablecoin.
yeah.
Ugh.
I don't know, man. I mean,
Yuck.
it's Yeah, listen, the strategy's there. You could probably get 30 cents out of this. You know, but it's tricky. The volume though is very low though. Volume seems to be yes, that's kind of low for the volume continuation. So I'm not sure. But you read the strategy right. That's what we're looking for, right? We're looking for that VWAP breakout confirmation, push up. PLTR is doing its thing here. Hopefully continues. But that's what we're looking for. That and Apple almost had it, but it failed. That's why we didn't take Apple. So if you're wondering, we're looking at Apple, we're looking at PLTR. If you look at Apple, right? Apple came up, we got the breakouts, but then the pullback was too much of a pullback. Like this is not what you want. This is way too much here, and we just didn't get our move. And then PLTR was not the cleanest because I don't like when it takes this. Like I see how long it took here. We got to pull back, then the breakout, and then you got the previous day close here plus the VR. It's just so much going on there. But we are getting a bit of a breakout here. Let's see if we can get to one above 157.50. Struggling a bit here. Let's see. It's struggling, man. It is like it's trying, wants to go, but it's really having a hard time. It's really sorry. I see it now. The screen goes blank. I don't understand what's going on. Like this is very frustrating. So apologies for that, friends.
Yeah, it's we got a black screen now going on.
I
This
don't know.
Nvidia, man, I coulda, shoulda, woulda.
Yeah.
Ah, I could have been on that. That was my opportunity.
Why is that happening? And the computer's not like ramping up. Like sometimes the computers ramps up and you hear like the fan, like it's calm, like it's very,
Yeah.
very it's not drawing any power, man. So I don't know what's going on. You know what? That's what I thought at first, a capture card problem, but then I tested it with my Mac, completely clean. I tested with another my gaming computer. I did so much testing yesterday, man. I spent hours on this thing, and everything's clean. So I brought it down to this PC. Is the problem? All right, let's take a partial here, friends. 157.7. I want to get to 158, but it's struggling so much. I think it's gonna have a hard time. So I'm gonna take a partial here. We're in 60 cents on this thing, but we'll love to get 158 if we can. And then the high is over here at 158.50. So let's see if we can make that happen. On Google, wow, Google was the trade today, friends. This was it. A little rough at the open, but this 5-minute RB breakout, just beautiful, clean. Look at that go, man. And is Andrew still in this? Andrew's still in this. Yes, he is. My man. My man doing his things. Yeah.
Yeah.
That is beautiful. No, Jonathan, it's not a notebook. It's a I have a RTX 2070 on this thing. So older computer. I built in 2018. So it's not a new one. But again, to run DAS, I don't need anything that's powerful, right? And my other one is different. That one's a 3090. And then the gaming one is the beast. But yeah, it's just boggles my mind.
The beast.
That's the beast. That's my baby over there. That's a 4090. It's really nice. All right, let's see here. All right, Peter, job date is out. Anything interesting Good, bad, and
Oh
differ.
yeah. Forgot to check on that. All right, let's see. Jolt's job data expected to come out 7.38 million was the expected number. 7.18 million was the number. So lowered, about 200,000 less jobs than anticipated. So that is well, not exactly what people wanted, but the market seems to be reacting positively to that. Why is lower
Mm,
jobs good for the market? I don't know.
mm.
Uh, I
Maybe
guess
lower
I
rates.
guess less jobs. Well, that would be the indirected, right?
Yeah.
Indirect impact would
Indirect.
be lower jobs would mean a softening economy, which would mean the Fed would continue on their path of potentially lowering rates, which when rates are lower means it's cheaper borrowing for corporations, which the stock market likes. So you got to
Yeah.
follow that chain all the way down, but that's why I
Yeah. Yeah.
have to assume. Ugh, and this Nvidia at high of day, and I missed the opportunity. I should have just taken it. Why didn't I? Excellent question, Carlos. Because I'm a wimp.
Oh, Peter. Peter.
Well, and I was wrong about PLTR, which I'm happy about because that means Carlos has got a good
Yeah.
trade
Yeah.
out of it. So, that's good.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
This is going nicely
I
here.
didn't like the look of it, but
No,
it turns out
it was not clean. It was not pretty. It's definitely
but
not
that's,
pretty.
hey,
You
look.
know.
I'm glad that it's worked. So
Yeah. Yeah. Mm. Peter should start considering going along more. No, Peter does go long enough.
I should. Well, I should.
Yeah, he goes long or short. He's done it before.
I
I've seen you
do, but
plenty of
I
times.
mean,
You
I
know.
don't. Arguably, I don't go long enough. I
Yeah.
can't argue with that. That's
There's the tag for Peter. Take the damn trade.
take the day. That's right. That's my mantra. And well, I didn't take the trade on Nvidia. I should have. Again, no excuse for not doing it. It looked good. It had a good
Yeah.
push through. The 2 minute, even the 5 minute chart. I mean, just look at that 5 minute chart. That sort of, it's not quite an engulfing candle, but that on
Yeah.
Nvidia, it made a strong push back up above VWAP, and it was at the start of the next 5 minutes that I was looking at it, and I really, again, should have taken the opportunity. And the fact that I didn't is on me.
Yeah. Mm-mm-mm. All right. Let's see here. All right, friends. So, took a partial couple of minutes here on PLTR, waiting to see if this is going to continue. Momentum seems to be shifting over on some tickers here as they're going higher. Look at Tesla. Tesla worked out pretty nice after that news there. So nice breakout. PLTR is trying to continue. Apple failed, man. Look at this thing. Just did not. Yeah, this is so bad.
Well,
Like, they could have broke out of
not
that so
great.
easily. I'm glad I picked the right one. I almost picked Apple, but almost got into that one. So sometimes,
Yeah, Apple was biting Andrew. He was trying to get that thing, bend it to his will. It just was not working, which is unusual because normally his will is strong, and
mm,
stocks
yep, yep,
tend to listen. And
yes,
Google certainly did. So
yeah. Google
he
was
got
a
he got
beast,
the
man.
Google
Look at this thing.
opportunity.
Yep. Ravi, was it you that mentioned? I think it was you that mentioned PLTR, right? Yes, Ravi mentioned PLTR. Are you? Did you take it as well? You did take it. Nice. Okay. Awesome, man. Awesome. Yeah, thanks for calling it out, guys. Because I had nothing. I have really nothing today. I'm just like, man, there's nothing taking place. Um, as we're trying to break, this is the high of the day we're trying to get to here is 180, 158.55. So we're struggling with that area right now. Let's see if we can push through that. But again, really struggling. So two partials so far. I'll be quick to take another one. We're in at 157 here. Um, just below the previous day close. Let's see if we can get something else. You saw that yesterday's high? Okay. Also, you was in early. You was in from the reversal then. If that was your trade. Joe asked a question. Let me go back to, I think I missed a question from Joe. Where's Joe? Here it is. Do I ever use trailing stop for loss? No, I don't use trailing stop loss because I'm watching the price action for the most part, and I just execute my trades manually. Now, if I'm gonna walk away, if it's after 10:30, I want to take a break. When Andrew comes on, I'll go get a cup of water, use the restroom, whatever. Then yeah, I will do a trailing stop or a range order. I've done that before.
I tend to use range
So
orders myself. I used to use
yeah.
trailing stops a lot. Just a word of warning, if I can, on trailing stops. There, if you're walking away and you want to preserve some of your earnings, then okay, I can understand a trailing stop. Just keep
Mm-hmm.
in mind, the problem with a trailing stop is that it will trail. It's not smart. The trailing stop technology so far is not smart, and it can't exclude spikes. So, for example, if you were long PLTR like Carlos had here, right? And let's say you put a trailing stop of $1, right? So $1
Mm-hmm.
behind the top price. Imagine if right now all that would have to happen is if PLTR spiked suddenly and went from the 158. Well, actually, let me look at what is the actual price here. So it's 158.20 right now. If it just spiked up near 159 just for a second, right? All you need is one order filled up at 158.80, for example. Suddenly your stop would now be at 157.80, which you could very well retrace that spike, come back, and then stop you out without doing anything wrong, right? Continuing on its upward climb. So you got to be very careful about it. And the problem is if you put the trailing stop so far away from the range, well, you leave yourself a massive, room where you might as well just pick fixed areas, in my opinion. I've been caught too many times in this where I've had exactly that scenario where the price would spike in the direction you want it to go, but it only does it short term. But that moves your trailing stop up into the active price action. It pulls back and then stops you out. So just be careful with them, right? If you're sitting here watching, my view would be you're better to use a different type of stop. If you're walking away, then again, trailing stops can sort of keep you at a reasonable level, but just understand the risks.
Yeah, yeah,
So
and it's funny because
that's my
I never
soapbox on
seen
that.
that. Yeah, I never seen that, and for the reason that you mentioned, I always, for the most part, I use more range orders as well. So I rarely use trailing stops. I have used them before,
Right.
but range orders is usually what I use. So yeah, I could see that. I could see that being
Right.
a big issue here. All right, PLTR struggling with the high of the day. Want to be patient, but at the same time, I don't want to give it too much room. So I might just take another. I mean, we're up 80 cents still. So I'm gonna take. What are we doing, PLTR? What are we doing? Level 2 is not giving me anything. I don't see anything on level 2. Anybody have book map that can see something different? I don't see nada. That's telling me stay in, get out. I don't see anything.
Yeah, let's see. PLTR. Yeah, level two is pretty empty.
It's empty, right? Okay, yeah, I don't see
Yeah,
nothing
there's
here.
there's there's nothing.
Trust
I mean, look
me.
how flat the volume has been over the last 20 minutes.
Yeah, it's getting pretty
Even
messy.
even when you entered on the move up, it's pretty much right after that the volume just sort of more or less went flat. So
Yeah.
it's pretty quiet. So which means it could go either way.
Um. Yes, guys, get Bookmap 20% off. Use Bearable 20. Absolutely. No, the reason I don't have is I don't use it much. I don't use it much.
Andrew's doing it
So,
again.
what's happening? What's going on?
I think Andrew just said he's trying to get Apple to go long again.
Well, is it going long? Does he want me to call Tim Cooks? What are we gonna do here? We can call him up and say, hey, you fixed the AI problems already, and release an actual brand new phone that's not the same one. Copy and paste. Maybe we can get Apple
Okay.
to shoot up here. Um, QQQ sell off. Yeah, I have a feeling that the minute I take a partial, but I'm gonna do it because it's a responsible thing to do. I'm gonna take a partial here. The minute I take a partial, this thing is just gonna go to 159. Look at it go up. I'm gonna slam you. I'm gonna slam this monitor if you go to
Let's
159.
see.
Oh
Uh,
man.
yeah, that's where we have
All
to be
right.
careful, isn't it? We have this conviction that the market is like out to
It's
get us.
out to get us. Yes, yes. Like, oh yeah,
But
he took off some shares. We can go. We can go now. We can run. You know, it's like, come on, man. It's unreal. It's battling to go higher, but it is struggling.
Nvidia, I am so. Oh wow, Nvidia came right back down, so that would have stopped me up by now already. Interesting.
There it is. It's trying.
Macy's has gone sideways here after a pop up at the open. That's really all it did of interest all morning. SMR is one that Megan said that she was watching. It's moved up a little bit on the day.
What was Macy's thing today?
Just
They seem active.
earnings. They had earnings this
Oh,
morning.
okay, okay, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, this
The other one
stock.
we were watching over the course of the day yesterday was Kraft Heinz that people mentioned that because they announced that they're splitting the company up.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
I meant to mention that this morning and I forgot.
Was that
KHC, in case
KHC? Yeah. Yep.
yeah, KHC, in case anybody's interested in that one. But
It's usually good news, right? When they do that.
yeah, usually. I mean, it's not bad news necessarily. It's just depends on how you interpret it. The split,
Mm-hmm.
the breaking up a stock like that comes with complications, I guess, because
Yeah.
uh, it can be
It's bad
expensive.
for Warren Buffett. Yeah. Oh, it definitely could be expensive. Yeah. I can see that. All right. We're happy with this trade. Um, so far, it's not a blockbuster move at the moment, but we're happy with the outcome. So only one trade for me, guys. PLTR. No 5 minute RBs today. And nothing else at the moment. And I'm searching. I don't see anything else I like. Google's at the VWAP. This could be a nice VWAP breakdown now. If we get the breakout candle and with the setup, you guys know what I'm talking about, right? So that could be good. Apple third time at the VWAP. Do you trust it? Third time is a charm. Mm. Let's go to Peter for more information. Peter, what's your thoughts on Apple?
Third, I don't know. Apple looks to me like it's sort of done for the moment. It's moved sideways for the last half hour, or 25 minutes. Well, I could be wrong. It's popping right now.
Yeah, it was
No,
just
I
here
don't.
though.
I don't like
It
Apple.
was
I mean,
yeah,
look at Apple's range today. It's really about a $2 range, so it's not. It's not really. It doesn't feel like it's hugely in play. What's its
yeah,
R-vol? Well, its R-vol is up. It's 150%, so it's got more than average volume. But
yeah.
oh, like And Andrew is, of course, long Apple again. Taking some partials quickly. So.
Ooh, nice little pop there. Let's go, Apple. Okay.
Maybe now is Apple's moment.
Where's that? How come I don't have Andrew's screen? Here we go. Okay. No, I got him. Oh, there it is. Okay, he got it. He's got it. There it is. Play hard to get, but it's folding into Andrew's will. Oh, oh, hold on. Let me do the Brian. Yes, I miss that, man. I ain't gonna lie, I miss that. See, because now we do the show and I don't hear them talking because we're live with you guys on YouTube, and I miss hearing Brian and his sound effects. I do miss that. I do. All right,
Brian, I'm
here.
not sure if Brian's having a great day today because he's been pretty quiet in the chat room.
Yeah.
I haven't heard him.
Well, Brian is a gentleman, right? If he's having a nice day, he sees Andrew struggling, he's not gonna be jumping up and down, right? He's
Andrew's doing fine overall. He's had a couple of great trades. It's just this Apple that has defied him, right? Apple's just fighting him. Now Apple's working, and he got into Apple. He took some partials. He's added into it again now. So now the trade is finally working for him. But Andrew's usually has a way of making it work one way or the other.
I miss him saying, "You're right, T-Man. Excellent."
Excellent.
Yes.
Excellent.
Yes. All right, we got a nice push here, PLTR. 2 partials in. I mean, that's dollar pop, guys. I mean, now this is a really, really nice day. So PLTR delivers today. And everything just seems to be wanting to go higher, Apple included. Look at Apple go here. I wouldn't short Google, even if it does our VWAP test here, which I don't think it's going to do. I wouldn't short it. Now when the market and everything else is pushing up like this, it's not a good short situation. So just be careful. If you're going short, I'm not saying you follow your plan. Follow your plan, but shorts should be a little more concerning for me. With the way the market is moving right now. SMR, I saw some people take some trades on SMR. Someone mentioned HIMS was the trade of the day, and yes, look at HIMS, it was very nice. Nice pop there. But it is early, and we still got a lot of things moving. Am I wrong about Google here? Maybe it is gonna be a short. Am I wrong? What's going on? I might be wrong on this.
I don't know. Google, it does look like it's going below VWAP. It does look like it's
the fact that it's struggling, when everything else is pushing higher is something to note, right?
Yeah.
Friends over on YouTube, we are at an all-time low of 260 likes at the moment for the time that we're in, climbing up to 1021. So we'll love your help here if you can help us get a little bit higher. 400's to go. Once you get to 400, we're pretty good. But again, I do notice that lately the likes have been all-time low. The likes have been sliding a little bit, right? Yeah, I understand.
Well, that's the Peter effect, Carlos. See what happens when you go on vacation.
Yeah, hey, listen, man. I'm ready to turn it in and be your sidekick. I'm all for that.
No, it's clearly I don't drive the passion that you do. So, and I'm okay with that. That's
no. They're low because I'm back. They were high when you were on. It's the opposite. Yeah, they're low now. Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was low when I was here. In any event,
no.
One way or the other, guys. It's I only have the 2 trades on short Nvidia, sort of like yesterday. That's pretty much what I had yesterday.
Yeah. Christian and oh, look at this. So Andrew, 500 likes we gave away today. 50% off PCT today. We'll do that today when Andrew comes on. And if we get 1,000 likes, we give is that an additional free Thailand retreat today? Because we're doing one Friday. Is Andrew throwing another one out there? I don't know. I guess we gotta find out. Let's get it to 1,000 likes and we'll find out. But But yeah, friends, we really appreciate it. Christian, you're right. What happens is we start focusing in, you get into the mood, and we forget to hit the like button. And I'm such a bad example. Um, because yes, myself included. And I'm gonna hit the
Uh-oh.
button right now. Myself included. I'm
Um,
so sorry, guys. That is oof,
did I ever trade hymns? FD, I did
not
not
doing
trade
that.
hymns. I'm not even looking at it. I gotta put it on one of my charts here. Let's put it over here. What is hymns doing? Oh,
Let's
wow. Yeah. So
let's
hymns went
go.
sideways for the opening
Yeah.
15 minutes almost, and then decided to take off. All right. Well, look, I can stand corrected. Hymns turned out to be decent. Not an easy one to get into. You
Yep.
had to be patient. I'm not sure that if you were a high day of break, though, you could have taken that high of day breakout and then just ridden it. So, yeah.
All right. PLTR, man. Peter, you're so wrong, Peter. I'm gonna do the Andrew on you. You're so wrong, Peter, on this. You know, you were more
Yep,
wrong
I
than
was.
wrong. Like this is
I was wrong.
oh no, we don't know. We don't know.
I'm
We
okay with
definitely
that.
don't know. Andrew's having a
Yeah.
good time. Um, but no,
Yeah.
it looked. Again, I'm not gonna lie, Peter. When you said, I'm like, you know what, Peter's right. It does look ugly, and it was ugly. I did mention before we went in, but the strategy was there. We took it, and it worked out. It worked out, right? Whether it works out or not doesn't matter. It's just a strategy, right? You
Yeah.
gotta have that plan, man. Just have a plan. I can't tell you how many people we talk to, and what's the plan? They don't have a plan. It's just they're
Yep.
trading just blind price action, right? So this is what we in the boot camp we're gonna dive into building that plan. That's what we do there. And you'd be surprised how many people can be better traders if they just have a plan. Um, and then some people have a plan and it's just a bad plan. So we're gonna if you have a plan, it's not working, and we just need to improve it, right? So it's
Yeah, and part of the problem with that often is you don't know if it's a good plan or a bad plan until you
right.
follow it, right? For enough
Yes, that's
time
true
to
too.
prove
Yeah.
whether it's good or bad. Because some people like they abandon it, they say, "Oh, well, it's not working because I had a losing trade or it didn't feel good or whatever the answer is." And the reality is you don't know. You didn't follow it.
Yep.
So, I
Right.
mean, every system is going to have some losing trades as part of it. There is not a single system ever created that is 100% wins. There just isn't.
Yep.
I challenge you to prove me wrong on that. But so, but you've got to trade your plan, whatever it is you've created, enough to demonstrate is it functional? Can you make money off of it or not?
Yep.
Then you modify.
Yeah. And then you see people that actually again, they have everything right and they just break their rules. And they break the rules and they don't look at the part of them breaking the rules. They just look at the outcome, and then because the outcome is not good, they go
Right.
back and change the plan. I'm like, wait. What are we doing here? Follow the rules first for an
Right.
extended period of time. Like you can't be breaking your rules, don't like the outcome, go change the plan, go change the strategy. I mean, that's just not gonna work. But we've seen it all, friends. We've seen it all. And again, we're all here to help each other out and hopefully prevent that stuff from happening, or at least bring it to your attention. Like PLTR is bringing it to my attention right now. I need to take a partial. This is out of
Look
control.
at it go.
Oh wow!
Tell me again how wrong I was.
No. I think we did enough of that. We're gonna erase this clip after we're done.
It's all good. I was wrong. I absolutely was. So
Oh man. Wow. I mean, the market
I told
obviously,
you.
clearly, the market is helping with this, right? I mean, just look at Tesla. You see Tesla? I mean, wow, that is nice.
Oh wow. Look at
Yeah, I'm
Tesla.
looking at it on Andrew's screen.
I hadn't
Yeah,
checked out Tesla.
just
Wow.
bounced from the
Yeah.
previous day close and just took off here. Just, uh, yeah, I don't know if Google's joining this action here. They're pretty quiet right now. They had their moment start of the day here. Right now, there's just kind of hanging out below the previous day close. Not sure if there's a whole lot of action that's going to come out of that. Apple trying to get towards the high of the day. PLTR. I got this 161 level. What is this? This is 161.23. Where did I get this from? I'm just going to go to the daily. and see where this came from. I'm looking at it on a different screen here.
I've got 161.40, so it seems to be an
Yeah.
area that we've had
Where do we?
resistance
Where the?
before, back in sorry, August the 26th, August the 22nd, and then it
Oh
was
yeah. Yep.
support back on August the 19th. So right in
Mm-hmm.
that
Mm-hmm.
range. Yeah.
Got it. That's where that's where I got it from as well. Okay. Cool. Let's see if we can get to that. What do I think of Rivian Ultra? Let's take a look. Rivian RIVN. We haven't looked at Rivian in a while. But yeah,
I
nice
bet you it looks
breakout.
ugly.
No, well, today looks good.
Does it look good?
It looks good. Yeah, the last 2 days they actually look nice, but today, man, today looks
Oh
pretty. But it
yeah,
has not
that
traded
actually
like this.
does.
Yeah. If you look
Yeah,
at actually the
that
last
does look
couple of
good, actually.
days, right? The last couple of days, Peter, like the last week or so, week and a half maybe, it's definitely got 1, 2, 3, maybe this is a maybe like 4 really good days in here. So much better than what we've been seeing. This has just been ugly. This area over here between
Yeah.
August 5th to 21st. So we have not really been watching it. We went through if you guys been around long enough, you know we went to a time where it was EV everything, EV Neo, Rivian, Tesla of course, and Lucid. There's some other ones I can't even remember. I mean, these guys were just on fire. They were I watched this every single day. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot about that one.
I had a list of them here. Yeah, XPEV, Neo, LI, Lucid, Rivian. Probably don't even remember this one. PSNY.
I do not remember that one.
That's Polestar.
Oh, I do remember the name. Did not remember the
Yeah.
ticker, but yeah.
I've seen a few Polestars around on the roads here.
Mm.
And then how about VinFast? Do you remember that one?
Yeah,
VFS. I think that's their Vietnamese EV company.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rivian is on fire today. What's the news since you were watching Rivian, guys? Any news? Ultra? Anything going on? I love the Rivian, the truck. I'm assuming, right? You like, and today I'm loving it more because I bought in early yesterday. Ah, so you're in some good green today. Good for you, man.
Apparently, their deliveries are ahead of schedule, so they're delivering more vehicles than originally forecast. It seems to be the news. Yeah. That's all I can see. Rivian does actually look good today. I'm wrong again. Get used to it, people. If you're going to be a trader, get used to being wrong. It comes with the territory.
Let's see here. All right, all right. PLTR. We might actually hit this level. I mean, we've been moving up for quite some time. But the SPY and the Qs, man, they just keep rocking. They're just let's see if they can continue to break here. If they can, this can actually help your TR. Ravi, be nice. Ravi said, "There's wrong, and then there's Peter." Obviously, Robbie says he's joking.
Right.
You know what,
Hey, I'm
Peter?
sitting on a green day, so you
No,
can,
no, you're.
you know,
Hey, listen.
it would hurt if my day was red. The fact that it's
Well, it
green,
would hurt if it
I'm
was.
good. You.
Yeah, it would hurt if it was true. If it's not true, we know how to take a joke here, right? And that's the problem with
Yeah.
society sometimes. I mean, we can go into another whole topic, but we'll leave that for
Well,
the
we don't
weapons,
need to get into
whiskey,
the
and
whole
Wall
social media
Street.
thing. We're not that bad.
No, no, we're not. We're not.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
but yeah, man. Yeah, this is a great, great day. Not an easy day. A great day now because it was a tough start at first. I mean, I didn't take no trades, but I didn't find anything until now.
Yeah,
This
I was gonna say
PLTR
like
one.
your only trade was what, 10 o'clock, about
Yeah,
10:02, something like that. So
this
yeah.
yeah, 9:55, right? Yeah,
Uh,
9:56. Yep.
okay, there you go.
Yeah, I said it too. I was like, hey, watch me take this partial and this thing go up to 159 and the market listened to me like a boss, right? Took a partial and exactly what happened. Next candle, this thing goes up to 159. Next couple of candles.
Yeah.
Yes, 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 yes. I think you can make people laugh, make jokes while only punching up. Yeah, that's true. That's it. I agree.
Absolutely.
I agree.
Absolutely.
100%. Is Bookmap worth it? Yes, the people that use it, they love it. That's where we're adding something similar to TradingTerminal.com to give you your all-inclusive package. It's gonna be
We're
called
making fun
Atlas.
of.
But yeah, it's worth it. It's good information. You know, do you need it to trade? No, you don't need it to trade, but it is good visual information of what the level two already gives you, right? And as we're doing this PLTR shrine, I got my hands on the hockey here, waiting for that 161.23 because I think we're gonna get a pop if we go above that. But yeah, so what I like about Bookmap, one of the or Atlas when it comes out, I'm sure it's gonna be very, very have the same information. It's the history, right? The history where it shows you, hey, there was a lot of action at this price, in at an hour ago, 3 hours ago, whatever. That is pretty cool, right? Because the level two is not going to give you that history. It's live. The level two right now, what we're looking at, is at the moment. But the Atlas is going to hold that history, which can help you later make better decisions depending on your strategy. So if you're interested in that, and you use Bookmap, Atlas is gonna it's gonna be something you want to jump in on. I'm gonna take a partial here, guys, just in case we do decide to go lower. I mean, we have such a big move. I don't want to bring anything back down here. If you do like Bookmap, highly recommend sign up to tradingterminal.com because then what's gonna happen is you'll be grandfathered into whatever price that is because the price will go up, right? Eventually, you keep adding stuff to it, it's gonna go up. So get in there.
Yeah.
Andrew's pretty good at honoring our first members, which are kind of like the beta testers as well. So he's good at honoring those prices and get in there. Get in there because you're gonna come back, 2 months, 3 months down the line, and you'll be like, oh man, I had the opportunity to buy it here, at this price, and now it's higher. It still be worth it at that time. You can still buy it, but if you can save some money, why not? Why
Yep.
not? Um, all right. So partial here on PLTR and check in to see what is next. We moved up quite a lot. Oh, look at Andrew waiting for that partial to get filled. Let's go. Look at that. Just patiently waiting for this right here. Come on, Apple. Go get it. So Andrew confirms end of September. Okay. We wanted to call it Atlas Order Map. I like it. Which one is better, Bookmap or Footprint? I don't even know what Footprint is. What is that? Khaled. Is that another provider? I don't know what. I never heard of that one.
And just sending one of the developers out to buy him coffee. I like it. Guy just shows up for work and he's like, "Go buy coffees. Here, get yourself one. Get me one." It's good to have people, eh?
That's right, man. Absolutely right. Footprint
By the way, can you
charts.
pick up my dry cleaning while you're out? And watch
I,
the
I had
car.
I had a boss like that, man. He used to make me clean the fish tank. It was a saltwater fish tank, and
Oh yeah, at work or at his
at
house?
work, yeah, no, no, at work. Yes,
Okay,
we had a nice,
okay.
beautiful saltwater fish tank. He was, we used to call him Mac Daddy, and I was Mac Daddy Junior. I came up with these names. I have no idea, but he gave me the nickname, and I think he was just trying to make me feel good, so I could clean the fish tank. But when he'll go on vacation, he's like, Carlos, you're responsible for these fish, man. He doesn't. I don't care how you do at work. You let the fish die, you're fired. You're fired. So I made sure that
Well,
thing was ready to go.
I
Feed
thought
the
you were
fish.
like in a
This is
a
early. No, this was
manufacturing warehouse type area.
no, that was to my last job. This is early on in my career. No, I was like 18,
Uh,
17. This was very, very, very
okay.
young. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I was still working in Midtown at that point. The
Okay.
higher job, actually, the job, the 12-year one came after this job.
Okay.
But I loved it. I worked there with a buddy. I had my friends, my sister. I got my sister-in-law in. My friend got me in. I got my sister-in-law in. She stayed after. And it was very, it's like a home office, man. Really, really nice. Really nice. And I didn't know anything about stocks at that time, but he was trading stocks because I could tell on the days that he did bad, man, his mood. Oh my dude. I'm like, he had a
Yeah.
bad day today. Yeah, he'll be in his office as
Uh,
we're working, and we're doing job placements for people with disabilities. So it's a good cause. We're doing something good.
okay.
And people that had criminal records, so we try to get them job in places where they can actually work, trying to turn their life around. And he was in there, trading the heck out of whatever. I didn't know much at that time. And the days he did well,
All
lunch on
right.
me. He'll come out with no shoes on, lunch on me. I'm like, all right, this is great.
He's had a good
uh,
day.
the bad days,
Uh,
like, how many people you got placed today? I'm like, dude, I just got in. We talking about how many people I got placed. Just walked in the door.
yeah.
Oh man, good times, good times,
Uh, funny. Yeah.
good times, good times. All right, things are getting very toppy. We are getting into that reversal time area. I'm not saying we're done yet, but we are. If you are a reversal trader, which I know Peter is, and many of you guys, this is the time to start looking for those setups,
Nvidia.
and see those double top. Nvidia say, no, 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 no. We're gonna go
Yeah,
higher, my friend.
Nvidia's back at
Ooh,
the high. It's ready
look
to
at
go. The
that.
markets are moving higher.
Look at that
You know,
level
look at
two,
Tesla. Tesla's
172.
pushing higher.
Mm-mm-mm. But these have not ran like PLTR and other ones have ran, right? They've been, like, if
Right.
you look at Nvidia, they kind of paused here for a little bit, still close to the PLTR. Look at Tesla go. So when I'm talking about reversal, I'm look more into like the Teslas and the PLTRs, which have had a great, great run. And I don't, I still have a decent amount left here. I should take one more portion, then the rest I could just leave it until break even or whatever. It wouldn't really matter. Because then I wouldn't have enough to bother if it comes back down to break even. Wouldn't I'll be in it just to be part of history, like Andrew says. Just to be part of history.
Just to be part of just to be
That's
part of
it.
history. Absolutely.
Ravi, I agree. Comment from Robbie is nothing moves like PLTR. 100%. When PLTR moves, it moves, man. And this is why it became one of our usual suspects. It wasn't before. But with that, they do have plenty of days where they're horrible. And we've seen that action as well, right? So we're gonna take another
Yeah.
partial here, guys. I think it's getting toppy. Another partial for me, as the big boys are getting ready to come on in here. So we're gonna hop over to them, bring in the sound in the chat room, and
Hey
get
guys,
ready
how
Ooh,
are you
to.
doing?
we got the
Hey, good morning, guys. How
I
you
got an
doing?
echo now.
Good morning, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Let me share my screen as well.
Morning.
Guten Tag. Guten Tag.
Monsieur, how are you doing? Hello guys, how are you on YouTube?
Hey.
Good. YouTube is
Hopefully
good.
everybody's doing good.
It's
Nice.
good.
That's amazing.
Nice.
Carlos is sitting on his PLTR trade, going very well. I actually traded NVIDIA earlier this morning, and that went well. So yeah, good day.
Yeah,
It's
great day.
You
so
you finally bent Apple to your will, Andrew.
I knew it's gonna go up. Like I knew it's gonna go up. But, I unfortunately had a little bit of a struggle with Apple. Like at the open, I got stopped out, which was okay. This one was a little bit disappointment. The second trade was also disappointment. So third trade. So this was a loss. This was a loss. But as soon as I got a stop out here, it came back up. I added more back. And now the only thing that I want to get is 237.50. That's it. I don't want anything else from Universe. 237.50. And I'm gonna get that. Um, and so I added a couple of times. 237.50, I make all of my losses back. But my best trade of the day, which I made a lot of money on it, is today live on YouTube. I hope that people also in the chat room got it. Was Google. Super easy. You know, essentially 1 minute opinion range breakout, 5 minute opinion range breakout. As you see, you can let me zoom out a little. Oh shit, I still have order open. I forgot that. So, this will go long here. We added for the breakout. We did partial, and the breakout was so strong that I added more again. So all the way up from 225 all the way up to 230. And then for the 920, I added, and then I got stopped out. And here's the funny part is I have a still open order here at 231. So if he comes to 231 and I get hit, I think it's 100. How many shares is that? Yeah, so I get a short on that. So what I should do, I didn't see it at all actually. What I should do, I should click on that and cancel my order, so it's gone. Yeah, the market is doing.
Nicely done. Looks
Yeah,
excellent.
that's great, guys. So let's see to see Apple 237.50. Brian also had a really nice trading on today on um,
But traded PLTR and DLTR at the open. Dollar Tree dropped.
yeah.
Got a nice short, although because it really didn't pop up much at the open, I just had to take a small size. But sold off and then came back up. Now it's seems to be catching a bid here. But I think I took the same trade as Carlos.
Yeah, PLTR trade was really nice that Carlos did, and the gap fill is at 161.40, and also we have our 4 at 161.74, so we're very close to hit that. So the level on the PLTR, so as you see, if I zoom in on the daily chart, so this is very important. People say, how do you find these levels? And by the way, we're building an AI tool in Trading Terminal, a scanner that find all these levels for you. So next to the ticker, you play on that. And, I train the model based on my, finding how it levels is going to find all the levels for you. But this is a very important level that you want to look into that. Why? Because it's called the gap level. So this is a gap. You see, guys, on my screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, so gap. So from the top or from the bottom, each direction that's going to come, usually test the gap fill. And the gap fill is about 161.43. And since it's so close to R4, it might be testing R4 as well. So Jared is like loving this gap fill strategies.
Trading Terminal's investing in AI. Get in now, pre-IPO.
Yeah. Oh, IPO, no. Trading Terminal would never be a public company because I want to trade. I want to continue trading. If it becomes a public company, then the executives have difficulty trading in public market. I love trading. I love trade. Trading is my passion. Like I love trade. I love really. I cannot see myself not trading. All right, let's see what Apple doing. So we also had the job number at 10. The job number, as Peter was announcing it, I was listening, came lower than expected. That means that the employers are opening up less jobs. That means that, the economy is very restrictive right now with the current high interest rates. That caused the bond market to starting rally, and the bond market is the biggest market in the world. So as you see at 10 o'clock, TLT, which is a 20-year treasuries, started going up, means that the interest rates are coming down. So it means that the traders are expecting the faster rate hike by the central bank. So as you see, this is a massive move up on the bonds. So bad news is good news here, because even the Federal Reserve already know that it's very restrictive environment. They just wanted to wait to see if the tariff policies are bringing inflation or not. But they're already accepting that they're really deteriorating the job market.
See what the Fed Watch tool probably bumped up. We've got 14 days before the official Fed meeting, and we're back at 95%, 96% chance of a rate cut in September.
Yeah. All right. Apple got hit. I got hit on Apple, guys. There you go. That's what I wanted to be over to 37.50. As a matter of fact, I'd like to get out of my Apple completely, guys. I'm done. I made my losses back on Apple. I'm all out of Apple. I knew it's gonna go. This is gonna go to 238 as well. So here's my positions, guys. I have TQQ from yesterday. I bought it in the chat room. So it's gonna go up. Not a bad idea to sell it right now as well. And this turned out to be my trades. So the Google was my biggest trade, as you see here. It was very, very nice. And Apple, I just made the losses back. And here, I made a hotkey mistake on Apple. I got short. So that's here we are.
Nice.
Nice. Yeah.
I'm long some SPX. I'm long SPX options again. Calls 64.50s.
So my trading capital was $30,000. That was the only money that I had from my severance package. So TQQ, I wouldn't mind to put some order on TQQ at, what account is that? At 500 at 91. I think TQQ is going to hit the 91. Yeah, so I'm going to put the order for TQQ at 91. See, sell it. So it looks like TQQ is at 3 times leverage, so it's pretty good for when the market is moving. Or R4 is at 89.96. Let's see if you can actually get to that one as well. So that's pretty good. Hafiz, my account right now is 9 million, so it's not $30,000 anymore. When I started, it was 30,000. My equity curve is in my new book, trade book. You can actually see that. This is one of the best trading books that you can read. It's not really selling as much because the title is a little bit not known to public, but this is the best. This is the maximum that I know in life. I don't know anything else in life. This is the maximum that I know in here. There is nothing more here that is not in this book. Plus, Credit also put some really good stuff here. So I highly recommend guys read this book. Pay $2 to pay this.
That's your entire brain in a nutshell.
In a nutshell.
Everything you know.
I do not know anything else. Like, this is the maximum that I know.
I would be cautious shorting PLTR or Tesla. It does look like they're both getting a little toppy right now, but they've just been so strong. It's really, unless we get some kind of news that causes the market to roll over, I think any kind of pullbacks are probably just going to be viewed as buying opportunities. PLTR might do a 920 here. SPY keeps going up. I'm still long SPX options, 64.50s.
All right, so a couple of announcements, guys. All the people who are on Trading Terminal Premium right now, you have access to a free funded account. That means that is you trade on this account. After 3 months, whatever profit you have, I'm going to send you the check. The rules and accounts are in the FAQ. You can actually read it. It's very similar to what we have in DAS. The reason that we have it is DAS is expensive. And, we don't want to make a trade and $1,000 whoop gone. So you can actually, and because it's in a beta and you guys are helping us in finding the bugs and load testing and everything, so I fix it for you, I reset it for you as many a time as you want. So if you blow up, don't get disappointed, don't cancel, just email us, we reset it for you the next day. You can continue building your strategy. And I expect for a couple of more months, we're going to do that until we really, my goal is with my help of my team to build the best web-based day trading simulator in the world. And we're pretty close. So with the help and support of you guys. And after that, we're going to add the micro futures. We're going to add more new things in there. We're going to give you more hotkeys, more sophisticated stuff. So thanks for being patient. So again, the key here is for you to make all of those stupid mistakes that everybody does at the beginning and blow up your account without any real cost to you and your family and your investment. Yeah, so it's the simulator in Trading Terminal is a funded account. That means that you are going to get paid from that fake profit as kind of a motivation or acknowledgement or reward or something, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, exactly. We have the 4-to-1 leverage. So buying power is $50,000.
No
Is
question.
sorry, Brandon.
I
One
don't
last thing.
trade ES. I've never. Well, sorry, I was just going to say there was a question there.
Sorry.
I don't.
Go.
I don't trade ES. I only trade. I've never actually learned anything about the futures, but I probably should. I know some of our other traders trade, like Thor will trade ES futures, the minis. Same with Vanessa. That's all she does. Hmm. There's a question there. How do you get a membership and funded account without DOS? Can you do that?
How do they get the funded account without DOS?
Yeah.
Through Trading
And
Terminal, just
membership.
signing up for Trading Terminal. Yeah. Oh, without memberships. In that case, we have a Labor Day sales that you can just sign up for $9.99 for 1 year access to everything that we have. And then you sign up through Trading Terminal Premium, and then you get the funded account and simulator and a scanner and breaking news and replay from there. With DOS would be a different account. So if you want membership and DOS, that would be a different account that we have. I'm going to send the link to you. If you go to this one, with DOS, if there's a page here, so you can actually get Diamond membership. The Diamond comes with the 1 year membership and also with the DOS simulator. All the peak capital traders that we started yesterday, they all have access to 3 months of DAS Trader simulation, DAS Trader funded account. So Taran is asking, what's the difference between this book and the first book? The first book is telling you the more general things about trading, like some of the strategies, some of the basics. This one goes more toward how to build a system around your strategies. And a strategy is more, entries, exit, trade management, tools that you have, the decision-making, journaling. And at the end, this part of the book, almost about like 20% of the book, is the sample of the trade book of the some of our traders that they build in Peak Capital. So, like for example, here it says that the artist trader and bull flag specialist by Mark Schroeder. Mark is one of our really good traders that did the Peak Capital, and that's his trade book that you can see. Another one, for example, your pivot point strategy, but Oscar is one of our traders. So, I put this trade book, so I, simplify it a little bit for you to understand and, to see how people actually building trade books for them. And that's what we hope that you get at the Peak Capital. You actually get to exposure to how to build a trade with the help of other traders. Any question about the trades that we did today? And guys, you don't need to have the funded account through DOS or trading terminal. You can trade with any account, with your live account as well. This is, I think, is a good way of learning trading, but you really can trade with anything. You really don't need to use this method of teaching in our community. I think about 20% of the people in the boot camp, they just use their own accounts. They don't need any simulator or DOS or anything. They just want to be working with some senior traders, be with a group of really serious traders, and just trade really well in their own accounts.
Yeah, you can see why it'd be dangerous to short Tesla. If that pullback was just as I mentioned already, that pullback was just viewed as an opportunity to buy, and we just now made a new high here on Tesla. PLTR may, you've got a level to trade against, that 161 area for a stop. If you did want to short it, it does look like it's sort of rolling over a bit. But yeah, just if you're going to short these strong stocks, just have a very good idea of where you're going to stop out.
Nice.
Going on with Bitcoin.
All right, guys. Also wanted to, so we have 5 spots left for BBT retreat in Thailand. So if anyone wants to come to Thailand for 1 week in one of the best resorts in Koh Samui Island, we do some trading together. We do excursion together, and spend some time. 12 members of our leadership team I'm coming. My mother wants to come. So it would be really nice. We have only 5 spots left. So if you want more information, if you really want to hang out with a group of traders, this is the link. There's only 5 spots left. Yeah, I would love to have you guys. The price is $3,000, everything included, and $4,000 for 2 people, $3,000 for 1, $4,000 for 2, because most of the cost is the room. So if you bring a partner, you want to live, you want to stay with the partner, it's a private room. So, you don't have to, pay that much extra. So there's only 5 spots left. The dates are in the website. I think it's November 29 to December 6th. It's just right after American Thanksgiving. So, so maybe I know a couple of people sign up already that they're living in Australia, they're living in Asia. So we did one in Colombia last year. So a lot of South American and North America people came. So I'm excited actually to see our traders on the other side of the world. I love Eastern cultures. I love Buddhism. I love, and the theme of this bootcamp would be really, mental health, resilience, meditation, mindfulness. There's no alcohol in there unless you really want to, buy it really good chef, we really want clean, healthy food cook for us. And then we trade every single day because the time I think is 6 to 8 p.m. Yeah, and we have a lot of things. So love to come. And members of Lambo and Garbage Truck, we do one draw for you end of this week. So if you are a member of Lambo and Garbage Truck, appreciate supporting the channel. Now, Carlos, let's do the draw. So 5 audiobooks of my new book.
Yep, let's do it.
I know,
No,
I know.
no, it doesn't include the airfare.
No, that does not include the airfare. All right, so all right, so Carlos is gonna do 5 ebook, my new book, trade book. And if you want the physical copy, you can also go to Amazon, search my name, it's gonna come up. And if you're a member of Lambo and Garbage Truck for $4, you get 4 times chance in the draw. And that, remember, Thailand is only for members of Lambo and Garbage Truck as the token of appreciation of the support. Go to YouTube. All right, ready? Make sure to like the video. You have to like the video to be in the draw. Like the video now.
All right, excellent. Here we go, guys. Here's the first one. It's going to be Janko. Congratulations.
Janko, congratulations.
Number 2, SAC Trade Capital. Congrats, man. Always in chat. Appreciate you. Banner, one of our members as well. Always active. And number 4, Dylan 2020. Congrats. And last one here is going to be Raul RD, another active member of our community. So thank you guys. Email me, carlos@bearwoodtraders.com, and I will send you guys the link to download the books.
Awesome. Thank you so much, guys. I'm going to do the recap later. It was a pretty good day. Let's see if my TQQ gets hit at 90 or not. And we'll have 2 amazing traders. Both of them are helping our peak capital traders, the boot camp that we started yesterday, Thor and Dr. Vanessa Charland. So really excited to working with you guys. Vanessa is doing really amazing work on mental edge and psychology. And also she's a really nice futures trader. And Thor Young, of course, doesn't need any introduction. How are you guys doing?
Amazing. Thank you.
Thor, did you get that reversal PLTR? That was your trade, S4 to R4.
Short on ES before the open and hit my target on it. So, and since today we started doing live trading and peak capital a little bit this morning, a little early session for those guys. We started doing that, and so we really focused in on trading with that, and quite a few of them grabbed it though when we called it out. So it was fun. It was a good start.
Nice.
Hi, Brian.
Hey, good morning.
Hi, Carlos.
Hello. How are you?
Bonjour. Comment ça va?
Oh, wow. I love the French.
Ça va bien, et toi?
Ça va bien?
Oh, the French.
Merci.
Well, mes amis, I bid you farewell. Enjoy the rest of your morning.
Same thing, mon
Star
frère.
Wars. Oh, I like the shirt. I like the shirt this morning there, Vanessa. All
Thank
right.
you.
What about my shirt? I don't.
Oh yeah, I'm liking that one too.
BBT.
I got one of those.
No.
Yeah, I know. I've got one of those. I'll have to put it. I'll wear it tomorrow.
I love it.
All right, guys. Take care. Cheers.
Good seeing you. What's up, YouTube? How's everybody doing out there? It's good to see everybody. Much love. And as Dr. V often says, welcome home. Welcome back to your channel where, you get to, really be a part of the content. Really in no other channel do you get to steer the content the way we do on that. So today, after, Dr. V says hi also, we're going to do a little AMA stuff. We're going to talk about trading, talk about questions, anything y'all have. And then we also, I want to make one request. We would like to do another, like we did before, where we had the 3 split on there, where we had someone come in and we kind of did that. I'd like to, if anyone's interested in coming on the show with us and getting in the hot seat And you can go over your trading, ask questions. You can be successful trader. You can be a non-successful trader. I actually would kind of like a non-successful one, maybe too. So anybody who's willing to come on and share their trading experience with us live, you can basically get a free coaching session with Dr. V and me, which sounds like a good show. Dr. V and me, and then and you're not really going to get there either way. And I Spy, I know you're quoting Star Wars here, but you are not Vanessa's father. You
Darth Vader, how do you know?
I am your father. That could be your. I mean, I don't know. I Spy. You never know. I mean,
I am your mother. We need a mother, right?
right. Yeah, I know. I'm just saying, like, where's the mom? Oh man. So, Lewis, welcome to Lambos and Garbage Trucks. By the way, thank you for coming in here and signing up and supporting. Not only does this give you a buff and on our drawings, it also makes you cooler than everybody else. Isn't that crazy? That's fun. So, Dr. V, how are you doing? It's great to see you this week.
I'm doing amazing. And I'm so happy to be here with you and with you guys. How chat is doing this morning. And yes, may the force be with you. I love that. Yeah, how are you guys? How's the week so far? How was your summer? And no, I'm not coming to Thailand. It's too far away. And I will need maybe like 3 days to recover just for the travel alone. So
For real. Well, so I think so. Both Doctor and V and I will not be there, and I think maybe this is because we're the East Coasters. Maybe I think has something to do with that. Like if I was West Coast, maybe we go that way, but it doesn't matter which way we go. It's gonna take like 3 days to get. I can't do. I got kids and stuff.
So we need to do another retreat. Andrew, we need to do a retreat like near Montreal, right? Like a French Canadian retreat, maybe one day. Anyways, so yeah, so very happy to be here. And today we don't really have a topic. We discussed about letting you guys talk to us, ask questions. So that would be the format for today, right?
Absolutely. Yeah. And then we're also trying to, for everyone East Coast, we're looking at maybe the end of November to early December. We might try and do a little bit of a BBT New York situation. So I'm going to keep you guys posted on that. I've been trying to work out the dates. I am talking to a couple of specialists right now about giving us the hookup. So about seeing some people come through and hang out. So we might try a little bit of a Christmas thing, have everybody come hang out in NYC, keep you posted. So.
Yeah, Christmas in New York. And trading, Christmas and trading together, right?
Yeah, I mean, Christmas and trading. What could who wants more than that, right? So let's start. So if you guys have any questions or anything you would like to talk about, topics you'd like the good doctor and I to cover, go ahead and put that in there. As you're putting in there, don't forget to smash the like button and all that stuff, right? So we have our job. We're trying to bring you excellent content. You have but one job, which is to smash that said button. So you do that, and then yep, and then New York for everyone. People are stoked about the New York. So you're having some TV cam pivot errors. What's the best way to send examples to Bruz? Let me ask him, Bob. Why don't you send me an email, thor@variabletraders.com, and then I will forward that to Bruz, just because I don't want to give out that information here, because all of a sudden Bruz ends up with 300 or 400 emails. He's so not going to like me. Send me an email and I'll forward it to him if you don't mind, for that reason. And then
you want to keep a good relationship with him.
Oh, for sure, right? To Zane, I want to know how to get confident to choose the right strategies and how to trust the execution. I feel like this is right up the doctor's alley.
Yeah, so trust.
Trust.
We have some trust issues. I mean, totally normal, okay? It's not natural just to risk money and be confident about it, okay? It's just, for me, a lack of proper experience or saddle time, So if you want to build trust, you need to trade the right way every time, you know? So you pick a strategy that you will not change the rules like across maybe 20 trades. And then you assess every 20 trades. Is it working? How is it working? My profit target, is it okay? My stop loss, does it make sense? Okay, you're a scientist. And the developing trader's job is just to do that. Pick something, go ahead and test it, and go back and forth from the lab to the field all the time.
Mhm.
But very important, and I know you will resist that, please do not change anything when you're trading during the trial session, because you will never know if it's working or not, because you're always putting something new in the thing. Let's say that I'm a scientist and I want to test a new drug for Alzheimer's. Okay, I will select a sample of individuals receiving the medication and a sample not receiving the medication. Okay, but for the sample receiving my meds, I need to have the same kind of people at the same stage of Alzheimer's with the same history of brain degeneration, etc. You know where I am going for with that, okay? And then you give the same amount on the same time of day, they have the same blood type, blah, 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 okay? Because I want to make sure that if the medication has some effect, whatever the effect is, I want to be sure I didn't change anything, right? So that way I can really isolate the best possible what criteria works and what needs to go back to the lab. So Tizan, am I making sense so far for you?
Absolutely. So, and I agree with that a lot. Like, I think what you're saying, like, so the confidence in choosing the right strategies. Well, first you have to understand and know what the strategies are, right? So in the beginning, like the good doctor's saying, is trade. Experience it, define the strategy, and then give it a fair shot. But there was this variable part she hung on there, which I think is crazy important, right? The beginning of this experience is very empirical, right? You need data, and it's all you need, right? But dirty data is barely data. You know
It's
what I
not
mean? It's
data. Yeah.
it's worse
Garbage.
than data, actually. It would almost be better to have nothing, right?
Yeah.
Because you're going to just get confused, right? There's
Mhm.
going to be so much junk out there. You're never so creating to put it in the concepts of science, right? Create a hypothesis, test the
Uh-huh.
hypothesis, evaluate the test, make changes, create a new hypothesis, test the hypothesis, right? Rinse, wash, repeat over and over and over again. And this is how we make this. We make to Zane, knocking the hypothesis word, literally right with me, dude. I
Yeah,
mean, right on it.
exactly.
Right, exactly. So if you do that, you will get information. That information will give you confidence, right? You can actually see the empirical data. So someone mentioned in here not having confidence for holding trades for winners. Anytime you see profit, right, you want to cut. First off, get used to that, bud. Trading is uncomfortable, right? It's very, like Dr. V says all the time, we naturally suck at it, and it's antithetical to everything that it is to be human, right? Put yourself in constant jeopardy, right? Like you do in trading. It takes a lot. And no matter, no, people will tell you someday it's going to get easier. It doesn't technically get easier. You just get more stubborn, right? You know what works for you, and you just start accepting the stats, and you stop fighting them, and you stop thinking, right? Like when I'm in a trade, I'm not thinking about the trade anymore, right? I got the trade. I'm in the trade. The trade is done. I have profit targets set. I have stops set. It's all that part is automated, right? When do you go out? I either hit a profit target or I hit a loss. I don't use break even, and I don't partial, right? So there are no options, and I don't give myself options. There's no permission in here that says I'm allowed to cut early, right? And because of that, I don't. You'll never hit any profit targets you don't hold for, right? So you have to kind of get used to being in that constant state of risk. And that's next. In the beginning part, just the empirical data is all you need. And if you can get good at that, you'll build good behavior on that, right? Being very fickle in the beginning builds very bad behaviors later. So start now by being empirical. It'll help you out a ton.
Yeah, because trading takes time, a long freaking time to master. Okay. So if you're doing the right thing right away, which is the right thing is not complicated, okay? It's just testing something without touching it. Okay? No complex there. So the faster you understand that, the faster you'll go. And also, if we talk about not holding for profit targets or just not having our profit target hit, well, maybe if it happens consistently, maybe your profit target is not at the right spot for your trading style or strategy. Okay, so maybe your target is too far away. Maybe you aim for a big move every day, which the market will not give you every day, right? So again, whatever it is with your system, just go back to the lab and tweak it some, but make it work for at least 20 trades. And now I know you might be thinking, wow, that's gonna take me a long time. Well,
Could be a
guess
whole
what?
month for some people, right?
No, but again, it's gonna take you less time to work that way than just bringing garbage to your lab every day because you change stuff or you change strategy or you take more trades than you should. That is gonna cost you money, psychological capital, and time. Okay? Wrap your brain around the concepts of trading takes a freaking long time to learn and master. And master maybe.
I'd like to show somebody's Instagram right now. All right. If you don't follow Dr. V on Instagram, all right.
We don't see it
Unsexy
now.
Trading Truth. Unsexy Trading Truth. Hold on.
We don't.
Right. There we go. Got it. We're in the window. Oh, we're almost in the window. There we go. Okay. So it says it will probably take you an effing long time to figure this out, and that's okay. Love that one. And then this one too, which goes with the stats. The market will always take some of your cash. Your job is to make sure it doesn't take your account too, right? Like some beautiful pearls that she's throwing out, of wisdom on her thing right there, all lining up with what she's talking about right now. Right.
Yeah.
Like it's not fun. It's maybe it's unsexy when we say this stuff, but we're not trying to lure you in here with the glamour side of trading. If anything else, you come home for, the same way you go to your parents for honesty and truth, right? You're coming home for us for honesty and truth, right? We're going to tell you about all the hard parts. But the good thing is when you encounter the hard parts, you'll be okay with that more so knowing that we've went through it. Gearoid, welcome to Lambos and Garbage Trucks, my friend. So glad to have you with us, and thank you so much for the support of the channel. We really appreciate you. What is the IG? Instagram is, huh?
You're just saying we're parents, but can we be sexy parents? Maybe we don't say sexy stuff, but maybe we can be sexy.
No, I think we can. Maybe not everybody, but so yeah, welcome. Let's see. Even if I
So it's Dr. Vanessa Charland, my Instagram. I will try to switch it to Dr. V for maybe easier.
Robbie says he's doing the 1 trade a day challenge right now.
Hey, like me. Welcome to the challenge, brain detox, right?
Let's go.
After Labor Day, after the summer, we're just exfoliate the brain, detoxifying.
Only 1 trade for me yesterday and today also. So I'm in.
That's awesome. Okay, but even if it's a losing trade, guys, and you are doing a challenge, it's a losing trade. I had a kind of break-even-ish trade on gold this morning. That's what it is for today, I guess, right? But it feels good because there's no emotions. You're like, I chose that setup. I chose that setup. It was the same setup as yesterday. Yesterday, it worked very well. Today, it worked less well. Well, that's what it is. But to go back to what I was saying about the concept of time, okay? It's going to take you a long, long, long time, guys, okay? And then the aspect of the boring side of the job, which is being a technician.
Mm.
You're collecting data. You have Excel files. You have screenshot files. That's what you do. Okay? If you are looking for excitement, you go somewhere else, like whatever you want to do, not in the markets. Okay?
For
If you
me, Dr. V, this is like hunting, for instance, like long periods of drawn out waiting for one brief moment where you have to make a decision, and that's the choice between whether you're eating or not eating. You know what I mean? But if you go too early, if you don't go at the right time, you miss and you just don't eat. I mean, that's what I actually talked with Stephen Goldstein once, and we were actually he was talking about how retail traders are like hunters, and it's like he's like, you really, we eat what we kill, kind of a thing. And it was pretty interesting to hear his perspective on that. But so true, like it's long drawn out periods of waiting for very brief moments of actually interacting.
But again, you're not actively waiting.
Yeah.
I was speaking with someone this morning from my group, and he was saying, well, I'm impatient. I want the trade to work right away or work like fast. So I switch my style to scalping. Okay, is it really what fits your personality and your needs and your data, or it's just something that you want to impose on the markets, right?
Mm,
Choose wisely, right? And
for
I was
sure.
telling him, like, what? I mean, after you click that button and you're in the trade, why being impatient? You are in the trade. So whatever you do after that, you're free. So why being impatient while in a trade?
I feel like for me, Dr. V, I've been doing a lot of exploration on attachment styles lately. I've been reading some books on it and stuff like that. And I found with a lot of my traders that this becomes fairly synonymous with their own personal attachment style, like how they actually interact with relationships. And because, they kind of develop a relationship with the market. And so I noticed like some of my mentees are almost like, you can tell they are almost like they're too attached, right? They have like a very like, so they'll just bag hold. They'll never let go because they just can't accept loss. But then I have other people who are like too anxious and they're too the other direction, right? They're avoidant, let's say, right? So they can't get in trades, and once they're in trades, they can't hold them, right? Because it's just like, and then what I find is often it takes a great level of personal security to be good at trading. You really have to be very confident in yourself, confident in your ability, but most importantly, your confidence in the market. It needs to be a want-based relationship, not a needs-based relationship, right? When I interact with the market, I do it because I want to. It's in the right spot. It looks right. It's got the right setup. I want to take this trade. But at no point in time in my day do I ever need to take a trade. Like if I don't have a trade today, then I just didn't have a trade today. Like there's no need. And eliminating, and that's kind of what I heard from what you were saying before, eliminating that. I think the one trade challenge, for instance, does that very, very well. It eliminates that need to play. You know what I mean? It's just one day. So you want your trade, you got to get it from the best spot, and then you're done. And it really, that's one thing I think that exercise really does well for people, is it actually works on disassociating that need to play in the market, or that, that more gambler-esque mentality.
And also while in a trade, okay, to go back to the concept of I'm impatient. I mean, how being impatient with the price going to your target is going to be useful. And what's at stakes? Like, why is it because you want a fast reward? Like, what's hidden? All the time when you find yourself behaving some way or having some thoughts, always go deeper, like write it down. I want the trade to work fast in my favor. Okay, why? Right? That's really interesting, because as a trader, you really have to understand that your job as a trader is the whole preparation and the execution. When you executed your trade, you are in a trade. It's like lock yourself out, you cannot touch anything. You chose that setup, so be it. That's your trade. Don't change your mind because a candle is not looking like you would like it to look. Or because the price is not going to your target the way you would have liked it to go. Just let it do its thing. Just let it go, right? And
I was
that's
waiting for it. Let it go. No, sorry, too soon.
No, but that's how you build trust in yourself and in your strategy. Okay, I get it. It's very scary to just jump and you know nothing about what's down there, because we don't when we start. But the worst part is just changing stuff all the time along the way, and then you wake up 4 years in and you still don't have a strategy. You still don't know what you're doing. That's the worst. So please spend those years on working properly. This is a serious business. The amount of money you can make, there is no limit, but it has to be earned. There's no fast, easy money thing. It doesn't exist. You need to work your ass off. And being patient with yourself and with the journey. It's going to be one of the hardest journey of your life, if it's not the hardest.
Oh, for sure.
So let that sink in a little bit, okay? I know it's easy. You look at experienced traders and you're like, when I want to make that much money one day. It is possible. They all started where you started, right? We all started at the same spot. I'm 3 years in. I wish I was 10 years in already. I wanted to go so fast. But do it correctly. Build your brain the right way. Learn to lose. Also, somebody asked, Jan asked about the open. Like my nerves are always like something about your nerves at the open, Jan Carson. Again, you need to understand yourself. So maybe there's something about the open that doesn't fit you. Maybe it's just because you don't have enough experience. Maybe because you think it's moving too fast. Maybe because you size in too much, so your stop is too tight. You need to understand why you're so stressed at the open. And maybe the open will not be where you're good at. Not every trader can trade the open. It is very difficult. You need to see it over and over and over again, like to desensitize from it a little bit. I've been killed at the open when I started.
Well, I mean, for the record, to pop in on trading the open here, because I do not like that as an idea at all. I really think trading like a 1 minute opening range concept really, that's. Yeah, I don't really know if there's any possible way you can get enough information in the market to judge what the MOO orders are doing. So for those of you, just to get a little technical, MOO are our market on open orders, right? So what happens is before the open is the specialists clear the book of all the orders, and then all of the market on open orders come through, right? It's just pure randomness from the prior day. There is no reason or rhyme. Now you can see like if the MOO is really weak, that obviously gives you bearish intent. But otherwise, there is no information you can glean from that. Whether it breaks a new low or a new high, there's no stats behind it. I've ran them, right? It just doesn't work, right? So trading on the open in itself is about as pure of gambling in the market as you're going to get. Now, like pure gambling makes a lot of money, right? But it's going to lose more than it's going to win. I would highly recommend staying away from opening range strategies. Like 5 minute ORB, like Carlos does, I think is probably about the earliest I'd recommend engaging on an opening range strategy. Now, if you're using extended levels like I do, like using, pivots or range-based concepts, the open doesn't matter. It's all about range, right? So as long as it's in the right range at the right time, I'm getting short. or I'm getting long. It doesn't matter what the price action looks like to me. And that's a big difference, right? On trading style. So I can maybe take an opening trade because I'm just worried about the range. But if you're a momentum trader, 5-minute ORB at best. The longer you wait, the better, because you're going to be able to get so much information. And believe it or not, the vast majority of your reversals set up quite early, and the vast majority of your continuations actually continue later on throughout the day. So, which will be antithetical to what most of you think. Most of you will look for reversals around noon. Nope, we continue after noon more often than we don't. Right. So it's like you have to really look in this. That's where that data that the doctor's talking about, so important with your strategy. And like she said, doing it for like a month, it's 20 trades. If you only take one trade a day, that's a month worth of trading. You know what I'm saying? So this is not going to be fast to do it right, but it will be faster. Hear me now, right?
Yeah.
This is the tortoise and the hare, oldest story in all time, right? Like, you can try sprinting now and you'll make fast progress, I promise you, and then you will stagnate, stall, and fall behind. If you stay regimented, put together a long-term concept, and just start working on the skills in the long run, you will get there much faster. You'll get there in a few years where others will never make it at all. Right. So, but what the doctor's saying here is of utmost paramount, right? Someone had asked me, doctor, about hulking out and what did I do to kind of get around from hulking out. And the first thing I did was technology, right? So I had more of an attached style when I first interacted with the market, which meant I was subject to bag holding, right? I didn't want to accept the loss, right? And then when I would finally accept the loss, I'd start over trading to try and get it back. And we would call this hulking out. And as I've admitted to everybody, Traderholics Anonymous here, my name is Soar. I'm a shitty trader, and I blew up my first account. Hi, Dr. V, right? I blew up my first account, right? Like, I toasted that thing, right? I bag held the crap out of it. And then when it got down to just a little bit of money, I overtraded the rest of it away, right? Buy first account, buy second account, you know what I mean? So, and then I put some decent damage in on the second account before I was finally like, whoa, like, what is going on here? Like, what am I doing? Right. And then that is what happened, right? I started revamping my whole trading style. I went from all of the quick, the ins and outs, the over trading, the high frequency. I went to detailed plans, better holds, and I used technology. I set max stop limits in my platforms. I set rules for myself on the max number of trades I could take. I put together a profiting matrix. So I knew if I took one trade and I won, I could trade again. But if I took two trades and lost, I had to stop. Right. So I completely put in rules that governed what I could do that until now. Now I don't need the rules. I will not hulk out ever. Why? Because I won't. I can tell you that. It's just not going to ever happen. Why? Because I don't hulk out. Right. I can say that with confidence. Right. I know I'll stop trading. I know all these things, I'll do it. But think about when you first learn to drive a car, you're 15, 16 years old, right? 10 and 2, seatbelt, 45 miles per hour, no radio, forward, mirrors, right? By the time you're 40, right, you're Tokyo drifting around the backside of the thing. You forgot to put your seatbelt on. The windows are down. You got music blasting. You got Backstreet Boys going or something. No, I'm just kidding. You're doing your thing. They're touring again right now. You're doing this whole thing going on, right? But you're not more dangerous. That's the thing. Most accidents happen with younger people, right? Yet they're using more rules. Why are there more accidents? This is experience, right? So, and in trading, that's what you need, right? You need experience. And the only way you get experience is through experiencing, right? So you have to take the long road, take the time, but also experience intentionally, right? Like Dr. V says, a couple of trades at most, one trade a day can keep the bank away, right? So we just got to do that and stay focused on that, and then you'll get really, really regimented, really controlled, and then when that experience hits, there will be nothing in your way.
Yeah. Can I share my screen because I want to answer the impulsive trades question, maybe with some visual.
Let's see. Carlos, are you in, my buddy? If not, I'll DM him.
No, I think I can share my second.
Yeah, if you do a share, through the app. Carlos should be able to grab it. Water.
You working?
So good. I messaged him, so we'll get that pulled over. Let's see. Metal band. Does the paper trading terminal work on Mac with M1? Does the paper trading terminal work on Mac with M1? John, maybe rephrase that. I'm not entirely sure what you mean by does the paper trading terminal work? Do you mean like if you're using tradingterminal.com and trading through like the free trading thing? Is that what you mean? Because that would work on a Mac because it's web browser based. Oh, let's see what else. We don't have a screen yet. So sometimes every now and again in these things, Carlos will step away for a few minutes and go like check on his kids. So he may be doing that. I sent him a DM though, so hopefully you'll see that in a minute.
Do we have
Would
another?
you like to recommend level 2, like Bookmap, or level 2 data on TradingView for just trading ES? Or can I trade using CAM and other strategies? Challenge trader, you do not need order book or technically level 2 to do either of those. If you use the CAMs along with like volume and price analysis or like, trend lines, like like Dr. V, for instance, and she'll show you when we get her screen up for a minute, she does not she does not really use volume profiling a whole lot, and she doesn't use an order book, right? But she uses cam ranges, and then she combines them with her incredible skills at drawing trend lines, right? So she looks for selling ranges or buying ranges, and then looks for key trend breaks that fit her style in those areas. And I mean, if you go on her IG, you'll see. I mean, just it's beautiful stuff. I love it.
Yeah, do we
Don't
have
know, Carlos.
a mind question?
How has
What do you prefer about the book, CV?
nice, CV?
Yeah.
You mean this one? Not to be confused with. No, I'm just kidding. All right.
There we go.
Here we go again. Oh my gosh. You're. I saw one that looked
It has
interesting.
to come out, like it has to be expressed. That's why we're here.
Thank you for coming home and expressing yourself. Oh, that's so funny. Thor, for your original V, we can do this one. For your original learning of trading in paper count, do you still recommend one trade a day, or is it valuable to get more reps and trades if you're worthwhile setups? So for me on this one, I will say one of the things I learned in my performance career as a musician is practice does not make perfect. Practice makes permanent, right? Dr. V talks about loops, right? If you haven't heard one of her, maybe she'd talk about that a little bit in a second. But I mean, she did this presentation with in the futures, Back to the Futures. No. It was in your evening one, maybe last month, I think. You were talking about loops. Practice makes permanent, right? So if you don't know what you're doing and you're just sitting here hitting trades all the time, like what exactly are we accomplishing right now? You know what I mean? Like you're getting reps in, but you're getting reps in that have no purpose to them, right? You're not actually developing any experience. So you have to kind of gauge out. It's like going to a golf course, putting a golf ball down and just start whacking. As someone who's horrible at golf, by the way, I can tell you right now, no amount of going to the driving range will teach you how to play golf, unless someone comes over and like explains how to stand. Yeah, I mean, there's so many little variables in there that can mess that up. So it really works that way. So for me, I would still recommend, even in a paper account, maybe especially in a paper account, that you identify the strategy you want and one or two trades, keep it small so you can quantify it and actually study it and learn something from it. Right, Doc? What do you?
I would to answer that question, I would say that you can take more than one trade, but it has to be specifically what you're trying to test. Like it is the same sim environment because we are not focusing on money, right? You need to get out of your brain the money part. It doesn't exist anymore. Only good decisions exist, okay? So when you're sim trading, you have to take the same good decisions because you are building your trader brain when you're in sim. And when you are ready, then you can go for a game, right? But until you have a solid set of habits, you cannot go live. And it's not about, yeah, but it's not the same. I don't have emotions in sim. You shouldn't have emotions at all, okay? You just want to have a set of habits, a set of decisions. Okay, and again, if I can share my screen, I'm going to illustrate that concept. You need a trading system that will allow you to quickly know when you're wrong. First thing you have to understand, how can I lose the right way? Okay, first thing. And then you're building that habit, stopping out when you should, stopping out when you should. Where should be your stop? Where should be your target? Test it, test it, test it, like a muscle. To approach the market and to make money, take money from the market, you need to be so strong in here. Okay, and that takes time. So yes, multiple trades on sim, yes, go for it. Good practice makes perfect, so go for it, but please just trade what you should, okay? Because every time you're pressing that button in sim, the brain doesn't know the difference. And it's gonna build loops very easily, okay? When there's A, I do B, so now you have a population of neurons getting excited when they have the stimulus. They will fire to B, the other cluster of neurons, and B will make your hand do something, okay? So you're building habits. Make sure you're putting the right thing in your brain if you expect to have good results. What's come in goes out, okay? Please do not put trash in there. It's going to take you more time.
Oh, I like the way you said that actually so much. Don't fill your brain with garbage, right? Like it just put, and I know it's hard to do that. Someone was asking, and then Carlos just got back to me. Doctor, can you make sure your screen's sharing? Yeah, it's coming up right now. I'm going to hit this real quick and then we can go to your screen. So
Perfect.
like Dan was saying that he's been learning to trade since January, which means you're, like not out a year yet, obviously. And I'm still not a consistent trader. Is this what you're talking about, taking a long time to get better? A, yes. But B, I like being at under a year. I wasn't a consistent trader at under a year. You know what I mean? Like I was starting to be flat and I was making progress, but I was about a year and a half in before I was really like starting to do fairly, fairly what I would consider to be consistent. It took me a couple of years beyond that before I was making money. You know what I mean? Like being consistent and making money are two very different statements, right? So and getting to the point where I'm making what I would consider to be like like money that's really like higher than what I would have expected. That's probably only happened for me in the last year. You know what I mean? So it's, I'm definitely so, but I would say probably 3 to 4 years seems to be a relatively decent average for consistency of production. And then
Yep.
generically better towards the decade is when real big growth and development starts to happen. But think about if you're going to become a teacher, a lawyer, a doctor, or any of those other things, you're making doctor money, but you're only in like under a decade. Doctors 12 years before they're making money like that, right? Like, and it's a gamble. Not everyone who becomes a doctor gets to be a doctor, right? It's hard, right? I wouldn't try to be a doctor. There's no way I'm getting through that much education, right? So, but it's like, so kind of think about that. But what I would recommend, Dan, is don't put a timeline on. Keep it recreational, right? Keep it as a side hustle. Focus, keep it fun. right? The more you can enjoy the market and then just allow it to replace your income as it can replace your income. And then
And
there will
maybe
be a
it
point where
doesn't
you'll be
have,
looking at your, boom. Yeah, Doc.
maybe it doesn't have to replace your income. It's
Right,
just
exactly.
another source of income, right?
Just supplemental.
Exactly, like it doesn't have to be your solely, I mean, job. I mean, it's pretty boring, right? So do something else, please. But I just want to quickly answer the 3 questions because I look at the time right now.
Yeah, you got
So
your screen.
yeah, so Mohammed was asking, how do I deal with learning multiple informations from, I mean, learning about something from multiple sources of information, okay? And I would say to that, pick one mentor or one way to approach what you're approaching and stick to that, because there's millions of ways to trade. At one moment, you will have to choose a strategy and a style. Okay. So I mean, you can go on YouTube right now. You could type in trend lines and you're going to have 100 people, 100 traders trading the trend lines differently. Okay. Some will use the fibs, some will use the 4-hour, the daily, the 5 minutes. You can find, okay, at one point, you will have to stop with that. Okay. Choose what indicator you use for your trading, what levels you use, what mentor, what strategy. It's all about simplicity. And choosing, yes, it means letting stuff on the side and choosing, right? And I know sometimes we might feel insecure. Oh, I'm afraid of taking the moving average from my chart. Yeah, but you don't use it. Okay, so choose simplicity. I would say that. So pick a mentor, pick a way of teaching that you like and stick with that. For the other question, how do I get the garbage out? You need a detox. So what do you do when you ate poorly during a holiday, or you just drank too much alcohol for a week because it's
Fast.
open bar, and like you need to detox.
Do fasting. And
Yes,
get it gone.
maybe not fasting because you're not trading then, but
And lots of this
like
water.
try to go back to like just taking few trades a day and 3 maximum trades per day, please, and just trade one setup per day until you're back to your balance. And if you need days off, if you need to fast, okay, the markets, just fast the markets, okay, feel it.
Some
But
of my overtraders, especially Dr. V, one of their punishments is a full week in front of their computer, not allowed to take a trade. Like, I'm just going to make you sit there bored for an entire week, just watching price action, hands under your butt, not allowed to even do a thing, right? Why? Because I just want to get rid of the urgency, that need desire, right? Trader Alex in here, kind of with what you're saying, was saying he had his problem is while in front of a computer, he knows he doesn't have a trade, but somehow from inside he's being pushed, and he's feeling this emotional draw. He's got that need, based interaction. He needs to trade. He's got to do it. Like, I don't have a setup. Who cares, right? I need to trade. It's tough.
yeah, so that's why I'm sharing my screen right now. I want to talk about impulsive trading. I was one of the most impulsive traders of all times, I'm sure. Okay. And at one point, I had to decide, how can I save myself, okay, from that. So what I do now, okay, I identify a couple of levels I'm interested in. So usually how do I mark my charts? I mark the monthly levels, the 4-hour levels, and I use the cams, okay, because they're awesome. And then I have my where, I have where I want to play today. And today on gold, I was interested in playing short R3. So this red line is R3. I was interested in a short setup like I had yesterday. That was my play date. Okay, R3 was it, my where. Now, what I do, I need to draw lines because my job as a trader is to be in harmony with that price. My leader, I am an obedient servant when I trade, not outside of trading. But when I'm try to be very obedient, okay? Because that's the way I can survive. Knowing that I want to be in harmony with the leader, the price, so I need to have some directional indication of what the leader is doing at the current moment. I trade what I see, not what I expect. Okay, very important. Mindfulness trading. Now, my line is drawn, my level is here. I need my alert to say, look at me. And then I will be
Look at me.
potentially interested in taking a short. So how do I reduce impulsivity? Because I could be very excited here. I could be very, very interested here. But my line has not said go yet. So for me, trend lines saved my butt because I cannot be impulsive. The leader is still going up. Do I need to do something? Is it my place to say, hey, it might be a short. We have a bearish candle. It's not my job. I don't have to take that kind of decision. I am an obedient follower. That's what I am, okay? Wrap your brain around that, please. So we go. And then I finally get the look at me alert. I'm not watching my screen. I'm doing breakfast, coffee, shower, whatever it is, okay? And then look at me. And then, yes, I'm happy. So you see my red arrow. Now I'm in. Okay, now trade management. Because I have another line here, okay? I expect the leader to bounce here because a line should do its job until it doesn't. But the first premise is that my resistance should keep the price down and my uptrend should bounce the price up. I need to trust that because that's the way it is. And if you don't trust that, well, you're in trouble, right? So first thing first. So I had two contracts. One contract I knew I would have to exit here. But then my final target was this support. Okay, I would have liked CP, but I really liked the support here and I don't want to be too greedy. So that's my trade management. My stop is above here. Okay, stop loss. I move my line, but that's okay. Okay, so I expect that. So the trade goes. Do I freak out here? I could freak out.
Good.
Oh my gosh, right? No,
Yeah.
I'm still in. Let's see what the other candle brings. Because if we make a new high above R3, we are, for the moment, reclaiming R3. And I don't want to be part of that party because I'm short. I want to be below the resistance. Okay? Whew. There you go. Profit. But now it looks like my line is not doing anything. So I cannot hope, I cannot wish, I cannot pray the price will not care about that line. I need to take into account that it's going to do something. So I took profit. And then it continued lower. I don't care. Okay? I don't care because that's one of my rules for my trade management. Again, you never know what the price will do in advance. So have a plan and surrender to that plan.
Yeah, and I like what you said about not caring like that it went lower because that's something I've experienced a couple of times. Like it's like I hit my full target, I'm at goal for the day, but you still have that like, oh, I could have made more. Oh, I could get back in. Oh, I could have done. There's all these like shoulda, woulda, coulda, irrelevant things that like go through in reality. What happened? Like I hit my target today. I should be like jumping up and down and like so excited right now. Like yes, a great day, but still. That's I think maybe one of the traps of this thing is you another IG post you did, it'll never fill the void, right? Like if you're looking for some kind of like happiness to come from the market, it's not going to happen. Like don't go down that road. It's just going to be lonely and dark, right? You want to find happiness outside of the market and enjoy your life and do the thing. It's just a place to come make some money. You know what I mean? And it's if you can do that, it's a lot better.
And what I posted this week or last week, no, this week, last week, I don't remember, my latest post, I said that it's always gonna suck. Whatever the trade brings, it will still kind of suck most of the time because
Oh
it's
yeah.
not quite the target you expected, or the price continued in your favor after you went out, or maybe you just stopped out, or maybe the price went very close to your target and came all the way back to break even and stop you out. Like, or maybe you're gonna pay comms, and like every trade is costing you something. Okay,
Hmm.
so it's never gonna be perfect. You're never gonna be super happy. No, not never, because sometimes we have perfect trades and we're happy, but most of the time. So trading is boring, and most of the time it will kind of suck. So I
It
would
will.
with that.
So since we're ending on such a high note on that one, no. So a couple things. One, as we wrap up for the evening, for the day, because Dr. V's got her Back to the Future session that happens every Wednesday at noon in Bearable Traders. Members, make sure you're there. Everyone in YouTube, be jealous. You should be there too. Good reason to sign up. For everyone, I saw a lot of positive comment about Dr. V sharing her trades. So maybe in one of the upcoming sessions, we could have Dr. V do a little bit of just work for you guys on her technical side of trading, which I don't think you get to see as often. So give me a number one real quick in the chat room if you'd like to see Dr. V's technical trading. To actually go through her trend line and how she draws them, as well as going through her setup. We already got Elisa saying one. That's the plan. There we go. So make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, and if you we properly do this, we'll get Dr. V. It looks like we're going to have a lock on that one. Good job, people. So let's. So for everyone, again, so happy to spend time with you. 11 to 12 is your home for stock trading to come by and hang out, especially Wednesdays. We get to hang out and cover everything. I would love to have somebody come in and do a hot box session or a hot seat section with Dr. V and I. So come by and hang out, and and we'll do that. Send me an email, Thor at Bearable Traders. Also, Chad, Thor at Bearable Traders on that toss thing you were mentioning in there. Everybody else, thank you so much for coming. Likes, loves, Doc. Great hanging out with you. See you in
Thank
the
you, guys.
BBT.
Thank you. Thank you, chat. We appreciate you. We love you. So see you next week.